On this week's episode, we talk about our game of the year. Enjoy the show.
I really don't like this coffee.
You know, I do.
It's the sweetest thing I've ever tasted. I really don't like it. I forgot that it had these weird notes of honey. And what else is in it? I can't tell.
Honey and caramel.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you're a medium roast guy.
Well, it's not. I am. I like the medium roast. It's also just so sweet. I mean, I like pudding. I know some people like black coffee. I can't deal with that. But I put the creamer. I use Italian sweet cream. You know, I don't really like the what's the other one called that people like so much? French vanilla.
Yeah,
That's one people like so much. I really don't like that one. So I tried this one a couple years back, and I really enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's already fairly sweet, and you put that on top of, I guess, like a light roast with honey and caramel.
yeah.
You say caramel or caramel, by the way?
Caramel.
Nice, you're correct.
That is
You're
correct,
sir.
That is true.
But it's just so sweet, and I know you've kind of gotten on the coffee train a bit lately, and I saw you put legitimately half a cup of creamer, more creamer than coffee, possibly.
That is true. I learned that you aren't supposed to put this much creamer in coffee, and so tomorrow, if I decide to have coffee,
I might wake up. I was gonna say wake up. You might not wake up because you're gonna be in a diabetic coma from how much creamer you put in the coffee.
I fill up a standard size, mug. I fill it up probably a fourth, sometimes half the way with creamer.
Half?
Mm-hmm.
That is. I'm gonna actually choke here.
Yeah, it's a lot of creamer. I realized that the other day when I was drinking it, and my coffee was white.
Oh my gosh, that's making me sick.
Yeah,
it's making me gag a little bit.
Yeah, it was a lot, and I was thinking maybe I shouldn't put this much in there, at all. So,
just gonna take a big old swig right there.
I am. I got to stay fueled up for this.
Nice 3-second pause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gotta love that. But despite what we may sound like, this is in fact not a coffee podcast. This is episode 89 of the One of Me podcast, where we talk all things video games. As Jordan may have alluded to, or as he did, I heard him say it at the top of the show, this is going to be a Game of the Year episode of sorts. Not a whole lot of news. There's usually kind of a drought this time of year. Just a lot of people don't like to announce things around Christmas. A lot of the games media, a lot of the people who make the games are just off for various holidays and whatnot. So we thought we'd take I don't want to say a break. I didn't want to take a week off because there is still some news. So I thought we would kind of combine the little that we do have here with kind of our Game of the Year episode. I don't know. We might do more than one of these. We'll kind of see what happens as it goes. But we do have some what we've been playing. I don't know. Jordan, what do you got? I don't know why I said I don't know.
So I downloaded Dauntless and finally played it.
That's the Monster Hunter Lite. That's right. Top
Correct.
deal.
Some have even called it a Weeaboo Monster Hunter world.
Doesn't look like that to me.
It's not that anime-ish.
Oh my gosh, I really can't stand this coffee.
Just pour it out. Just dump it out.
I need some caffeine. It's a bit late, and I got to get up early in the morning.
I definitely understand
got Christmas
that.
stuff.
You just helped me remember that I have to go open the office tomorrow, so I don't need to forget that.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Especially since I'm the only one working. So.
Oh wow, really?
Well, everybody else has families. I mean, I also have a family, just not in this particular location.
That was hilarious. They all died in a car crash in 1997.
That's right.
And I'm trying to find the man who did it.
So I played probably an hour of Dauntless, and I really like it. I'm not going to go super deep into it like I do some other MMOs, especially because I'm already so far deep into the Destiny 2's train that I don't need to jump into another MMO.
And we beat. Oh crap! Sorry, I just spilled my drink. We already beat. Let me put that down. We recently also beat. What's it called?
Forsaken.
Forsaken. Thank you. Mm-hmm. It's a good campaign. I like how the Destiny campaigns, at least all the big ones, seem to be between 4 to 6 hours probably. It's not a whole lot, but I really, really enjoyed it. I wish it was a little deeper. The opening cutscene and the closing cutscenes were both great. Obviously, the combat's always amazing. The design of the dungeons and everything is really good. Character designs are great. But you kind of have to go from location to location and fight various baddies, various villains that have wronged you. But I guess there's one main reason. I won't spoil it here. But although it was spoiled in the trailers for the game for some unknown reason.
Yeah, when they re-relaunched Destiny or whatever you want to call it, they were like, "Hey,
no, this was spoiled when they launched Forsaken."
Really?
Yeah, because I remember thinking, "Oh, I don't care about this. I don't play Destiny."
Huh? I guess I didn't watch it at that time. But yeah, so I do feel the same way. I wish it was kind of just a seamless story. I mean, it is, but the fact of you having to you go into the mission and then it loads you back to orbit.
Oh, that kind of stuff. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it takes you out of the
What I was talking about was, how I spoke about at the beginning. Oh, I cannot help knocking this new mic. It's like it's new, so I want to break it. I can't have anything nice. I would like for there to be more. What are they called? Cutscenes, like super high quality cutscenes between each boss fight. That'd be really, really cool.
That would be really cool.
Because the one at the beginning is so good, and I know it costs a lot of money to animate these things, but it still would have been really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, most definitely. I also agree with you. I want there to be more cutscenes, and I haven't dove into Shadowkeep or anything like that, so maybe there is more cutscenes in Shadowkeep. Hopefully there is. I will say that by far, these have been the most interesting bosses we've ever fought. It wasn't just a run and gun, like here's your target. We actually had to battle some of them kind of differently, like the girl that was on the bike. You had to.
Oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
So it introduced some different sort of mechanics. It was still, hey, beat this person up until they cease to exist, but it wasn't just we're gonna stand in this room and shoot this person. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been more enjoyable if I had played more of Destiny 1 vanilla, I think some people call it. But I played it when it first came out, but I kind of dropped off pretty quickly. I know Jordan had to kind of explain some stuff about this guy's sister who may or may not be involved. It does give me more hype to play Shadowkeep, though. I'm excited. I'm glad we got that.
Me too. It was good to be able to continue on in the Destiny story. There is some really cool winter events happening right now, and I need to go.
About cookies? Is that right?
Yeah, man. And just like in real life, sometimes it's difficult to bake cookies. You just can't find the right ingredients.
I just go to Walmart and pick up the Pillsbury and throw it in the oven.
Dude, I wish. That'd be awesome. It would make this event so much easier. But circling back, I did enjoy the little bit of Dauntless I did play.
Didn't?
I did.
Oh, they say I didn't.
I might have said didn't. I'm a little tired. But I did enjoy the little bit of Dauntless I did play. I will hopefully go back and play some more of it. It's enjoyable. I like being able to customize the way you fight with the different elements and stuff like that for the monsters you defeat. And you really get to change up how you battle the monsters based on the weapons you use. So it's really cool.
Okay. I really got to ask.
Okay.
What the hell is Critica? Critica?
Critica Online.
Oh, no.
Is an MMORPG.
Oh, no.
And they rebooted it.
Oh, no.
Very recently. I think this month. Or maybe last month. But anyway, it recently got rebooted. And they introduced a new class.
Oh, no.
And if you get to 70,
oh no,
which is the new level cap,
oh no,
you get all this really cool stuff for this new class.
No,
which is an archer.
No.
And what my answer is going to be. I'm already almost level 20.
I thought you were going to say 70.
No.
I thought you were a true grindmaster.
I've tried, I have a couple other things I need to take care of during the day. Rather than I almost.
Wait, you got to level 20 today?
No.
From 0.
No, I got to level 20 in like 2 days. Just casually playing.
Just cash.
I just did some of the story and stuff. They give you an experience goblin, so that's kind of nice.
I'm assuming you played this game years ago or something.
Nope.
Okay.
Never played it. Just one of my YouTubers that I watch and friend, he made a video about it, and I was like, oh, cool. I never played this game because when I was going to play it like the month of I was going to play it and downloaded it, I never launched it, but then it got taken away. Like
they shut down?
They just shut it down.
Because it wasn't making any money, presumably?
Kind of, probably.
Who in their right mind is going to launch a MMO in 2019 whose name isn't Warcraft or Final Fantasy?
Wizard of the Coast? Magic Legends? Legends?
Okay, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
And Bethesda. But
yeah.
that's kind of like launching a battle royale. You could hit it big, or you could just miss and just tear your arm out of its socket.
Exactly. It seems to be getting pretty good traction. A lot
Casey
of people
had to bat that bitch.
Yeah.
You ever read that poem, short story thing?
Which one?
Casey at the bat.
I can't say I have.
It's about this guy, right, named Casey, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just strikes out.
That's the whole poem.
Yeah. Woo. I guess that's spoiler for everybody.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if it's a poem or a short story. I haven't read it in a long time, but Casey at the bat.
There you go. Casey
Check it
at
out.
the bat.
High literature.
Critica Online reboot though. It's they listened to the players and we told them, or not we, I'm not part of that group. The players told them what they wanted, and they seem to be doing that. It's not so cash grabby now as any MMO, though. There is a heavy market of, hey, you want your character to look cool? Give us some money, and you can make it look cool. So I'll keep playing it. I'll probably end up dropping it because I'll get bored of it and jump back into Destiny and whatever else I'm actually truly in love with. I'm probably not really gung-ho about it. I'm probably just playing it because it's new.
Anyone out there who wants to play this, how do you spell that?
Kritika, online, spelled the way you think it would be spelled, :reboot. But that's enough about me. What you been up to?
Well, besides trying to find the new car around Christmas time, which has been fun, not a whole lot, to be honest. I beat Ori and the Blind Forest. Very, very good game. I completely agree. That's a weird way to put it with what I said last week. Fantastic game. If Metroidvanias, it's an absolute must play. I'm very, very, very excited for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which comes out next year. I believe it is coming to Game Pass day one. Super hyped about that game. It legitimately, the best way I know how to describe it, it's like you're playing through like Fern Gully or something. Magical. It's a very magical game. Very pretty, very somber, very hopeful at the same time though. I really, really enjoy it. Highly, highly recommend if you like that kind of game. But that's really the only game I've played. I did watch a bit of the television. I watched Alien, really good movie. I watched Aliens first. It was kind of weird going back because Ripley, like the main character, is so different in between each movie. But very, very recommend. If you like horror movies, I would definitely recommend both of those. But the main thing here that I watched was Fire Force. After I finished Demon Slayer, I wanted to get back on the anime train. I really, really enjoy it. I don't like it as much as Demon Slayer, but I'm liking it more and more with each episode. I'm on 6 or 7, I want to say. No spoilers, obviously. You know me, I hate spoilers more than almost anything. But it's also a very pretty anime. It seems... I don't even want to consider this an insult or something. It seems kind of more simple than Demon Slayer, at least at first. Demon Slayer, I don't think Jordan has watched it. Have you?
No, the only thing I've seen of Demon Slayer is random screenshots, the actual bit of in real life anime I saw on the TV screen in here when you were watching it.
What is in real life anime? What is this horror?
When you see, so you can see anime screenshots or art of anime online, and that's different than seeing an individual watching anime in real life. So I've seen screenshots of the anime you were talking about, but I never actually saw it in person. So seeing it in person is way different than seeing it online because it's a screenshot through a phone that isn't moving, but to see it animated on a TV in person,
In motion.
in motion, it was wow. Though that team, superb job. I'm pretty sure they have a dude or a gal, doesn't matter. They have someone that just draws the outline of the characters because they look crispy.
Excuse me. I think they might have handled some of the Fate series, which makes sense because some of the Fate series, I haven't really watched much of it, but some of it looks astounding. The colors really pop in some of those shows. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
It definitely is. You can tell that the way they draw the anime really makes it like scream and pop or whatever word you want to use. It's and from what I've heard, it's not one of those animes where it just has really good art and then a terrible story or whatever.
No, everything else about it's bad.
That would, no. It'd be like, oh, I've seen animes like that.
No, but
anime. Sorry, let me correct myself. Anime. The plural of anime
you
is
don't want to
anime.
get the Animaniacs on your back.
No, they'll come get me.
But back to my point, Fire Force, the story so far, I'm only 6 or 7 episodes in. It seems more One Piece. One Piece might be my favorite anime of all time, so that's not a bad thing. It's not as complicated. I guess that would be a word to use. And Demon Slayer, the bad guys, kind of like in Yu Yu Hakusho or something, the bad guys aren't always who they seem, and even if they are who they seem, their motivations aren't quite so cut and dry. And so far, you need to take this mic away from me. It's just begging for me to punch it. I've hit it like 5 times in 20 minutes.
I think it might grow arms and fight you back, man. It's a little spicy little mic.
Although I will say, 5 or 6 episodes in, they've started to kind of flesh out some of the characters a bit, and it's going to have a cool story that I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing more people fight. I've only seen a few people duke it out, so I'm really hyped for that. And also, the first few times I watched the theme song, I liked it, but the more I see it, the more I like it, and I think that's obviously because I'm starting to recognize the characters, and I'm growing more attached to the characters. Although it's not as good. The Demon Slayer, I was immediately like, this is hype.
So I'm not going to spoil anything or say one thing or the other about Fire Force because I'm also watching it. I'm further ahead than Ryan. I will say as soon as I heard the theme song, I was like, yeah, man, I love this theme song. It's so good. And I'll say, and just keep watching. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh, I was going to quit.
You probably should. You probably won't like it. No, but I would say watch Fire Force, watch Demon Slayer.
After I watch Fire Force, I want to catch up. I know we've been waiting on a friend, but it's so hard to sync up our times. I want to watch.
I'm letting that ship sail, man.
Yeah, I know you've been watching Dr. Stone, but I want to watch Dr. Stone. I think I'm 5 or 6 episodes into that as well. Also, I got to catch up on Hero. I think they're 10 episodes in or something now. So I really want to get into that.
I will say I'm probably going to unfollow Crunchyroll on Twitter.
They spoiling stuff?
They've released an image for Dr. Stone Season 2.
Wow.
And I looked at it, and obviously my brain drew connections. And I was like, dang it, you scumbags.
Like when James was talking about Attack on Titan and I figured out what this major, massive spoiler was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I still kind of want to watch that though.
So am I mad at
Adjust my mic so if y'all hear something, that's what that is.
Am I mad at Crunchyroll? No. They're hyping up the anime. Most people have already finished season 1 of Dr. Stone. I'm just, late to the party.
Yeah, but it's only a couple months old, maybe at most, I would say.
The final episode only aired, I think, a week and a half ago.
Yeah, so yeah, that's maybe you're just too smart for the anime community. You just figured it out,
I'm hyped for season 2.
I gotta catch up on My Hero Academia because it ended with so many questions. I kind of want to watch the movie, but I kind of don't.
I own it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I will watch it then. You own it on Blu-ray?
And digital and DVD.
Oh, you own it on digital? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to. I guess we could watch it in the living room, or I could watch it in the living room or something.
I mean, I've never seen it.
I don't even know how. Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Somebody get it for you or something?
No, I bought it for myself. I just wanted it. I just
You
never
haven't watched it. Yeah, I understand. That definitely happens.
Yeah.
Have you watched anything else or read anything?
Got back on the Parks and Rec,
baby.
I
I had this thing in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I could get you to watch it without me there, if I could get you to watch it on your own, like I got you to watch The Office on your own, I would have the hooks in you.
I still yell at the TV.
Oh, that's never gonna go away.
No, it's not. But I just got done with Anne's Halloween party, which was shit until Tom and his wife, green card wife.
Spoilers.
I'm sure they've seen it. Probably not, but
Probably not.
yeah. And then I actually watched 2 episodes at work today. I mean, it's work. So, yeah.
You're such a good worker.
What else am I gonna do? I did all my other work this morning. I finished it all.
If you're gonna be alone tomorrow, you're gonna be watching Parks and Rec all day. There's no way anybody comes in on Christmas Eve.
If they are
sad and lonely person.
If they are, I will just turn my phone around and be like, "You see this? This is anime. I don't have time for you."
Now you pull up a chair. You want to watch it with me? I can cast it to the screen.
I go back and put it on the huge TV in the back.
Come in here, get the extra Chromecast we have.
Oh yeah, it's like, did you plug a Chromecast up to the plasma in the back? Yeah. We're gonna watch Fire Force. You wanna?
And now I got somebody to move in because of that.
Yep. That'd be hilarious. So yeah, I've been watching Parks and Rec and Fire Force. Also, dang it, there was something else I was watching. Oh, I watched the first episode of Rocket Power the other night.
My voice just cracked.
It did not age well.
No, that's the greatest show of all time. Shut up.
Well, after we were having a discussion about, serial killers and stuff like that, and I went to bed feeling icky, and so I didn't want to watch Fire Force or any anime that could have plot twist or emotions tied to it. So I was just thinking, I'm going to watch Rocket Power. It's wholesome. It's still pretty funny. Took a while for my eyes to adjust to the art. And
oh, yeah, they got that Rugrats art.
Woo, man,
Wild Thornberries art.
So, but, thanks to Verve for having all this
I was going to ask if that was on Verve.
It is on Verve, yeah. Verve has almost everything, man.
They have a lot of cool stuff. I just wish their cast button would work.
I tried to cast it again the other day and ended up just going to my room and watching it on my computer because the cast refuses to work with Chromecast.
My brother, he gave up on Verve. He canceled his subscription and just got Crunchyroll.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because it works. It just works better. I mean, Verve offers way more stuff, and they're similar price. I think Verve's only a couple bucks more. Yeah. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
My thing is, if it would only cast, it would be perfect.
So that's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah. And now, granted, I still have a decent sized TV in my room, and I can watch it there, and it works perfectly. But the fact of the matter is,
that is true, because I cast it in my room.
Yeah.
And I cast it in the TV. So unless I sat down at my desk and watched it, I have to cast it. Whereas you don't really have a TV. You only have your desk set up.
Yeah, so I just watch it through my screens, and it works perfectly. No buffering or anything like that. I just re-upped my subscription the other day as well, so there's no ads, even though I really do like the Verve ads.
They're awful. What are you talking about?
I like them.
There's the same 3. They pick 3 every episode, and they play the same 3 over and over again. I got an ad that must have been 10 years old the other day. It was the one with the little kids pretending it's like a Windex ad. Some little kid is pretending to be a superhero or something.
You get ads? I get anime ads.
I get all kinds of ads.
I only get watch Gen Force, watch Ruby, watch Dr. Stone, watch this, watch that.
Yeah, I get all that, but I also get Windex ads and State Farm ads.
I never get those on Verve.
I feel like they started happening in the last 6 months or so. Before that, I got mainly ads for shows and products from Verve. But yeah, as of late, I've been getting more and more ads outside of the app.
So,
is that everything though for what you've been playing and whatnot and such?
Probably, if I remember it, I'll just blatantly scream it out.
Scream it out. That makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We got some leaks and sneak peeks, leaks and sneak. Oh my gosh.
Leaks and sneaky peeks.
I think I had an actual stroke there.
I mean, I might. I slowly feel the diabetes coming on.
All right, so just like the rest of the news, there is not a lot here, but we do have some things. First up on the docket, near the prequel, not really a prequel, the first game in the Nier Automata series thing seems to be getting some sort of a possible remake, re-release type deal. It looks like, as reported by Game Talk, Square Enix has registered a trademark for the game. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing how popular Nier Automata was. It sold like 3 million copies or something. So I'm not surprised. Although I know it was not received as well as Automata. People love that game. I need to play that game.
It's beautiful. I watched one of my favorite streamers play it off and on for a while. The combat looks really cool. I just never jumped in and played it. I need to.
Also, unsurprisingly, it seems Jedi Fallen Order is going to get some sort of a sequel. And Undead Labs, the makers of, oh my gosh, what is it? He's got it. State of Decay.
Yeah.
The makers of State of Decay. I saw it in your eyes. They are opening a new studio. That's really it for the leaks and sneak peeks, though. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we have any kind of new games or anything.
Exactly. But speaking of new games, Batman Telltale Shadows is going to be available now for Xbox One and Steam.
This looks kind of cool. It reminds me of, what's the name of that comic book series?
Batman Black and White?
No, it's not Batman.
Oh.
Although it's yeah.
Oh my gosh. What's it called?
I think Zack Snyder, the movie adaptation.
Yeah.
Sin City.
Yeah.
Where a lot, it's very hyper stylized. I think there's a video game called Mad World or something that came out for the Wii that reminds me of this, where everything's black and white except for the blood, and it's similar to that.
Yeah. So for someone that throw everything you know about Batman out the window. If you want a good game and a good story, play this game. You would really enjoy it. If you're a Batman fan, you'd enjoy it even more. If you like comic books, you'll definitely enjoy it. I watched a playthrough of this, and it was superb through and through. Great story, bunch of different trees you can go through, different decisions, and I might pick this up and play it because...
Can I kill everyone like I did in The Wolf Among Us? Probably not. He's Batman.
You can... I think you can let, some people get into some mischief. So it's a really, really good Batman story. It's a really good story.
Right.
So. But
also, something really weird. It's seemingly is not coming to PS4.
Yeah, not currently. When you go to their website and you click on the PS4 link, it just takes you to the season pass for the original Batman, not this version. So.
Unfortunate. Also, we got Borderlands 3 Moxie's Heist is available now. It's some sort of a casino heist a la Ocean's 11 type deal.
Yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, like we did before, the Battlefront...
Wait, you say speaking of Star Wars?
Skywalker.
When did we speak of... Holy crap, that's the hardest segue I have ever heard in my entire life.
Yep.
Speaking of Star Wars... Haven't even said the word Star Wars in this episode.
I had one harder than that, but I decided not to.
That's an Oscar-worthy performance, right? Oh my, congratulations, right there.
Thank you. I've been waiting. I'd like to thank the Academy and my parents. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2: Rise of the Skywalker is a free update.
Rise of the Skywalker. It's just Rise of Skywalker, right?
Did I add a "the"?
You did.
Man, it just sounds
like
better with a "the."
Olive Garden.
That's right. I love going.
Go down to the Olive Garden.
This update for Battlefront 2 is available now. It is a free update. It's going to be taking you to a new location with new reinforcements and also more hero appearances.
Really weird that game's getting an update in 2019, almost 2020.
Yeah, it is. They are really milking the new movie, which I haven't seen. Heard good and bad and mixed things about it.
Something smells horrifying.
That's what I was talking about.
It smells like a diaper.
I don't know what it is.
What is? Oh my!
I told you I don't know.
You were talking about it like 15 minutes ago, though. It just wafted into my nose like a dead raccoon in the vents.
We aren't filthy people either, for those of you that are going to try to flame us. So
Let's just move on. Hopefully, I'll get used to it. And then finally, Sword and Shield are getting a holiday event. Actually, there's a holiday event that's going on right now where you can get Daily Bird in the max raid battles. And this will be going on until December the 26th. Not a very long event. All right, moving on to the news section, although it's barely a news section. All we really got is Google and Facebook buying some, I guess, game companies. Google buys, I've written Typhoon, but I feel like that's a typo.
it is a typo. It's supposed to say Typhoon.
And Facebook has bought Play Giga. So I guess Facebook is rearing up to make some more video games, as well as Google. Maybe they can have more than one game specific to their platform. And then the only real exciting news here that I found, at least, I mean, I'm not the greatest researcher in the world here, is that Capcom has filed some more trademarks over on Windows Central. Is where I got this news. They have, oh gosh, I scrolled way too far.
These trademarks are for the new Dino Crisis and Vampire, which are the original names for Darkstalkers.
Yeah, Darkstalkers is a fighting game, I believe. So that's another fighting game that I can play, get excited for, and quit 2 days later.
And that's another fighting game I can buy the most expensive pre-order bundle for, regret it, and then maybe play it 8 months later and then never play it again. So I'm excited.
Okay, so let's move on to the PS de Resistance.
That's right.
Game of the Year. Game of the Year 2019. Dude, I'm scared that homeless guy broke into one of my rooms and died or something. It's
rough.
I just gonna have to hold my nose and break through this here.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know how we're gonna do this, so this might be a monstrosity of a episode, Game of the Year episode. So you're gonna have to bear with us as we talk about these various games. First up in this category, yes, that's right. I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories or so, maybe a more or less. If I miscounted, that's always a very real possibility. Okay, but the first category is going to be games as a service. The way I think we're going to do this, I just kind of thought of randomly right there. We're just going to basically list the games that we have in each of our categories and talk about each of them for a minute or however long we feel is necessary. I will go first because I am already talking. My nominees for Games as a Service of the Year are Destiny 2, Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends, and Dota Underlords. I am probably forgetting multiple games I've played. Jordan, what are your nominees for? This is so stupid. Games son of a bitch. Games as a Service 2019.
Warframe, The Division 2, Destiny 2, and Apex Legends.
No Artifact?
Oh, shit. Artifact.
There we go, baby. Now it's a complete list.
There you go. I honestly forgot about that game.
So, Jordan, let's just get this out of the way. Why is Artifact on your list of games as a service? That game came out last year, though, didn't it? Although games as a service last for years.
So, Valve promised a lot of things for Artifact. Did they deliver? Not yet, but the year is still not over.
The year is still young.
The year is still young. I have hope.
6 days left, baby.
That's right. I have hope that they're going to release something awesome for Artifact.
I still think that game has such great potential. I like the art. I love the mechanics. The sound design is good. I actually like I have literally no problems with the game, and I don't understand other people's problems with the game.
I don't either. And that's not because I own all the cards in the game either. That is a really cool thing, though.
That is a cool thing that we both own all the cards.
That is really nice. And they even did like a little baby ban list, too, where you can't have X amount of cards. I think of X or something crazy, So They did a little baby band, but they haven't released any news other than we're working on it.
I'm still hoping that they kind of maybe tie in some big release with when Riot releases their card game.
That'd be cool. They do like an event or something.
Because I love the idea of the lanes so much.
It is really cool. It's different than, y'all know me. I play tons of card games. Pretty much you can attach the word new and card game to something, and I'm in. I'll spend at least a couple $100 on it.
To a detrimental degree.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. I bought probably 6 or 7 boxes of Argent Saga for it.
Which is a game that you've probably never heard of because you don't play every card game.
That's true. Yeah, it is a disease, and I accepted the fact that I have this disease. So that's okay.
Speaking of Valve games, that's right, baby. Now that's a segue. Earlier this year, the auto chess genre blew up in a sort of mini battle royale fashion. They're not as big as PUBG or anything, but they're pretty daggone popular. Every company is trying to get in as well. Dota was the original, and then Teamfight Tactics came out, and Auto Chess did come out, and then Dota Underlords, my auto battler of choice, came out. And although I haven't put thousands of hours into this or anything, I believe I'm at around 150 hours, and I want to go back. I think they might be having some sort of holiday event. So I want to go back and play that. I really, really enjoy this game. If you like card games or board games, I would definitely say to play this game. And unlike Artifact, Valve actually supports it.
Yeah, they definitely need to do something with Artifact. Poor bastard.
Honestly, I can't even remember almost anything about the meta of Dota Underlords. I haven't played in close to a month.
There was a big update last time I remember you playing.
They release updates pretty regularly. You still play Teamfight Tactics or anything?
I haven't played it in a while. Last time I got a little confused because I tried to do a deep dive into the meta and watch some YouTube videos and then just realized, screw it. I'm just going to play with elves this round or assassins or what have you. And that seemed to be a pretty good plan for me.
I've got I can't remember the name of their website, but I have something bookmarked so I can try to keep up with the meta at least. Put out on Underlords, and then I'll watch Swim Stream, I think is his name. He plays a lot of Dota Underlords, although he hasn't played in a little bit. He's been trying to play more of the upcoming Riot card game, although that's not out yet, so it's been a little while since he's done that either.
I really want to play that new Riot card game.
Well, it's not out yet.
Well, I mean, when it comes out, I hope I enjoy it, and 2, if I don't enjoy it, I hope it lights a fire under Valve to do something with Artifact.
That would definitely be nice. What's your next game on the list, though, there?
Warframe.
Warframe? I didn't think you played this anymore.
It's my mistress. And the fact of I don't play it because I know if I jump into... One, this is a game that is, in my opinion, much more fun with a bunch of friends. And the friends that I have to play it are in 2 completely different time zones than me. So that's 3 time zones we have to sync up. And that's already hard enough.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, so I don't jump in and play this game. Also, sometimes it can be really grindy and also overwhelming if you actually don't know what the heck is going on. And that's me. I understand the general concept. There's a very rich story. The team over at Digital Extreme does a phenomenal job. They're really awesome at what they do. And they just released a really new way to play the game. You get to be a space pirate. So you and your friends get to team up and have a really big ship, and there's space battles now, and I think like a space subway sort of a thing, and I think they call
what's a space subway?
Think New York
like
subway.
Like a restaurant?
No. Think space subway, like New York subway, like the transportation system, just a subway in space. So it's essentially a light... It's like a spaceship that goes around the universe, sort of a thing, like a space rail. I think they actually call it.
That sounds like some One Piece ass crap.
Yeah, it's intense. So it's really interesting to see the new. They completely changed the game with this because now instead of just doing the dungeons and the different mods and the different armor sets you can get and such, you can just do this space pirate voyage now, which is really cool.
Do you look like a pirate?
No, you just get a ship and different space battles and stuff. So that's really cool.
Maybe I'll get your hopes up by telling you that that sounds kind of interesting, and then never play it with you.
No, you wouldn't like it. It's
I tried watching somebody play it one time, and I don't think it'd be for me.
no. Also, I get sick when I play it sometimes. The intensity of how the camera moves makes me sick sometimes.
I can kind of see that. I get that a little bit. Every once in a while, I'll be watching a streamer, Seagull. He's always saying his policy on that game is he'll go months without playing it, and then they'll release some big content drop, and then he'll do nothing but play that game for a while, and then he'll go months without playing it.
Mine is a little less extreme than that. I'll update the game, never launch it, and randomly watch videos of it on YouTube and say, "That's cool. I would enjoy that, but I'm not gonna play it."
I mean, it's pretty extreme in your own way.
Yeah. So it's the love-hate relationship with Warframe.
Okay, the next game I have on my list is, I believe, something we both have, Apex Legends. This game obviously came out earlier this year, February or so, by the makers of Titanfall 2 and Jedi Fallen Order, and it is excellent. One of the only Battle Royale games I have really been able to get into myself, although I have not played since the Halloween event.
I just now remembered that it is a Battle Royale game.
Maybe that's because it's the only Battle Royale that you really ever got into.
I reckon so. It's a really cool game. I like the characters. They have done a really good job listening to players, and kind of helped the meta go up and down with the different weapon changes, the different what are they called?
Balances and patch notes and whatnot.
Yeah, they've definitely done a really good job of telling people, "Hey, this is what we changed. This is why we changed it. Oh, you want something different?" And I really like the fact they gave us a new map.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I know on Fortnite they don't really give new maps. They increase the size and add new areas to the one they have.
Yeah, they kind of tweak the particular areas. So.
But it's definitely interesting that they gave us a new map instead. Although I will say, yes, they have listened to players on a lot. There have been a lot of problems. There are bugs galore in that game. I just watched a video today where apparently you can look through rocks or something in some areas. Although you can't shoot through them, so that's good. I know there's a lot of cheaters in the game. But despite all that, I still think it is a very, very good game. Besides Black Ops 4 Battle Royale, it's the only one I could get into at all. And even when I got into that, the entire player base had almost already gone.
I will say with Black Ops Battle Royale, it kind of felt boring and stale after a while. And at least for me, with every Apex Legends match, it always feels different and new.
I think the PC version of Blackout, is that what it's called, Blackout?
Yeah, sure.
Had already died really quickly. Is
that
one
might
of the
be
reasons.
it too.
So obviously, since Apex was the only one I really liked, it's the only one I played. And I really, really love the way that the game feels. It's so fast and fluid. Sliding down hills feels great. Flying through the air is Pathfinder. Jumping on top of opponents and getting shot in the head and dying. Screaming at my computer screen feels amazing.
That's true. That's an Apex. The movement in Apex is one of the main reasons that I have not gone back and played Overwatch. It just feels too slow to me, and I just can't get back into it. As much as I like the lore and the other stuff Overwatch is doing, I just can't get back. The gameplay doesn't grab me anymore.
Well, there's also way less pressure in Apex. You don't feel like you're letting your team down, but it's just not. It's not the same thing. It's just not. If you like Apex, though, you should try Titanfall. Have you played either of those?
Nope.
Especially Titanfall 2 is up there with Doom, and Borderlands 2 is some of the best first-person shooter single-player stories.
That's definitely what I heard. So I need to. It's on my list.
And then Apex Legends. I know when it first came out, the skins were really bad. I don't know if they hired designers specifically for that or what, but the quality is almost on par with Overwatch and some of the legendaries.
That is definitely true. I really think they did a top-notch job of some of the Christmas skins.
Yes, I love the fast dude.
Oh, Octane?
Octane. I love, he's a reindeer.
Yeah.
Great.
He's a reindeer, and I really like Mirage's Nutcracker skin. It looks really cool.
That new mode looks cool, too. It's King of the Hill. I want to play that before.
I played some of that. I really enjoyed it. It was, it's really fun, especially since instead of worried about looting, each character has their own different loadout. So it's really
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was watching Ragtag play that.
yeah.
It looks really cool. Is that random or what?
No, each character has the same loadout each time.
Okay, each hero or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, whatever you want to call them,
Okay,
hero,
that's
legend.
cool. That's cool.
So I think Watson has like a Havoc and something else, and then somebody has like a Wingman and something else. So it really just.
It looks like you have unlimited healing. Or is that true?
I'm not sure about that.
Because people like kept healing.
Who knows? I didn't pay that much detail to that.
Okay. I got Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege on here. Overwatch, the gameplay is just about perfect, but they've lacked so much in the support lately, and I'm kind of worried that they're not gonna have any support until Overwatch 2.
I was gonna say, but Overwatch 2, man.
Yeah, but that's a year away at best, and I'm worried. I'm very worried about that. On the other hand, Rainbow Six Siege, I want to get more into. I haven't played in a couple weeks, but what I played before that, super enjoyed. The gameplay feels great. I want to learn. I want to learn the maps. I want to learn the heroes. And I thought about buying more heroes as well. I only have one that I purchased. I was trying to figure out if there was a way I could get them for cheaper. Maybe get a bundle with them. If I want them, though, I'm probably just going to have to bite the bullet and buy them, to be honest. I don't have a lot to say besides that, though. Just haven't put enough time into the game. Wanted to shout it out, though.
The only note I have is, for some reason, my Rainbow Six Siege works.
Randomly.
Maybe
How long was the volume busted?
Since the day I bought it, when it came out. So
You bought it in 2016?
oh no, my bad. I bought it
Or
in.
it might have come out before that.
I bought it in 2017.
Right.
So
Okay.
from then until 2 weeks ago or whatever, no sound.
And then just randomly.
Just randomly, it worked. So I played a little bit of it. Good. That's all I did.
Good. Yeah,
Good.
you talked about how you appreciate it, but it's not the game for you.
Not the game for me.
And then the last game I have on here, we actually both have on here. We talk about it all the time. It is Destiny 2. Can't wait to play Shadowkeep. I want to put more time into the Christmas event. Gameplay feels great. Obviously, it's Bungie. Bungie knows how to make gameplay. But we talk about this game so much, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. Do you have anything else to say?
They're doing a really good job of listening to the community. Obviously, you can't make everyone happy, but they are trying really hard, and you can see that.
Glad they finally fixed the story mode.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine working at Bungie and you released all this cool stuff, and for some weird reason, it broke the part of the story that apparently a lot of people hadn't played yet. Also, with it being free to play now, a lot of people are coming to the game and trying out stuff, and there were so many people. I can't even imagine them getting all these reports saying, "Hey, I just bought the season pass and I can't play your middle expansion or whatever. I can't play Forsaken." Like,
a lot of people,
crap?
I would assume a lot of people jumped onto it when it became free to play and got that expansion. And then when this happened, they just hadn't gotten around to playing it yet because they were playing all the Red Dawn stuff.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's what the whole forums was. The whole thing. Hey, I just got this for Christmas, or I got, essentially exactly what you just said. I just haven't played it yet. I'm getting around to playing it, and it won't work. What the crap, Bungie? But luckily they fixed it. It only took them a week, so that's still saying something.
I don't think I want to give it an award, except my own personal Game of the Year award. Would you agree with that, or?
I would agree with that. I think the only award we should give out this year is the Game of the Year.
I will say there are a few categories that one or both of us may only have one game in the category, but that still doesn't mean that won that category.
That's right. We happy few Game of the Year 2018, baby.
I'm going to throw up. Okay, moving on to a category that Jordan has nothing in. The Remake of the Year. I have 3: Catherine, Resident Evil 2, and Ni no Kuni, a game which I did not finish. I talked about all 3 of these games a lot this year. Catherine, I finally beat it. I played it, I don't know, years ago. Probably whenever it first came out on the PS3. I really liked the gameplay, but I found it very difficult, so I just didn't play it. This year that changed. I got it done. Great, solid gameplay. Great story. I liked the inclusion of the new character. The artwork is fantastic. The music is Persona level. It's just Atlas is so good. They're so talented. I would like to see them do more things besides Persona. Maybe another Catherine. Maybe not even necessarily another Catherine, but another game in that style. Another puzzle game similar to that.
It did look beautiful enough and intriguing enough that I did pre-order the collector's edition.
You did. I was going to, but then you did.
That's correct. And then I realized you cannot change the address of a pre-order on Amazon or maybe any order. I haven't looked that too deep into it.
That's really weird.
It is really weird. And granted, yes, I could have gotten the package delivered to me, but I decided instead just to cancel the order, and I never reordered it. So it was my fault.
If you want to play it, I still have it. I never did trade it in. I like the steelbook that I got a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the source of the stank.
That's right. I did it. It was me. Not me as a person, but it was the trash can of my breakfast that I didn't finish eating. Yes, I know breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Who eats vegetable soup for breakfast?
This guy.
And then throws it in the garbage can to just sit all day.
I didn't think it would make the trash can smell like that.
It smelled like that.
It was death.
That's definitely it. It's gone. Smell's gone.
I can't believe I put that in my body. I think I need to dump out the rest, but the rest is going to go straight into the trash can.
It's going to melt a hole in the bottom of the trash can like an alien's blood.
I think I just have to throw the Tupperware it's in away too. It's probably soaked up the smell. It's never coming out.
When you described to me the type of vegetables that you put in your vegetable soup, it was a very strange combination.
Cauliflower. Also, Brussels sprouts and potatoes.
I thought you said you put peas in there too.
Oh yeah, black-eyed peas.
It's not vegetable soup. Vegetable soup is like carrots and
the black-eyed peas might have been bad. So.
It's probably the cauliflower. Not the cauliflower. The Brussels sprouts. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, they were frozen and Walmart brand, so they might not have been the best.
I mean, those just smell, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They got a
That's
stank.
probably what that smell was.
They got a stank to them.
You know what else was disgusting, but in the best way possible? Resident Evil 2 remake.
Hey, good
That game
job.
is so good. Oh my gosh. One of the only games that scared me in recent memory in a way that actually affected me. When Mr. X was chasing you around, I was just constantly thinking about him. If I heard the stomp of his boots, I looked around. I tried to figure out what triggered him. Just trying to avoid him at all costs. The only thing that's not great about the game is the ending. It gets a little bit explodey, which I believe Resident Evil kind of has a bad habit of doing. But I still enjoyed the end.
The sound design team for this game needs a raise. They did a really sweet job.
I was really disappointed that this did not win Sound Design of the Year at the Game Awards. I think Call of Duty did. Yeah. Call of Duty sounds fine, but it sounds like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This sounded different. They clearly put a lot of effort into this. It was just gross and disgusting. The way it sounded, the way it looked was beautiful in the grossest way possible. That cheeseburger looked amazing and disgusting all at the same time. I cannot wait for Resident Evil 3 remake.
That is going to be legit.
Too legit to quit, indeed.
That's right.
And then I got Ni no Kuni, which unfortunately I still have not beaten. I think I'm going to have to grind, which I really don't want to do. I hate grinding in RPGs. Even when it's fun, it can get long in the tooth really quickly. I'm on an island, which I don't really have a lot of choices on where to go. And I just need to beat this stupid jellyfish so I can move on. I've enjoyed the game so much up until now, and I don't want to let this ruin my experience. The game, in a very different way to Resident Evil 2, is beautiful. It's so colorful. It's charming. The RPG mechanics are both a kind of a swan song. I don't say a swan song, but a celebration of the past with its own spin on it. Pokemon. It's very Pokemon in some ways, very Dragon Quest in some ways, with a adorable Welsh accent on top of it. If you like RPGs, if you like Ghibli worlds, I cannot recommend this game enough. Until you get to the jellyfish, which is stupid and I hate it, but I want to get past it so I can move on to the rest of the game.
I definitely understand that. I had to do a pretty good bit of grinding towards the end game of Ni no Kuni 2. So I definitely understand that. It was annoying.
I never could get in that game.
Well, it's not for everybody.
I can't get into mobile games either.
Yeah, I got pretty into mobile games, especially...
We only have one on your list here of mobile games of the year.
That's the only one you need, man. Only one. Best one. Call of Duty Mobile. I didn't think I was going to like it.
I still haven't played it at all. I downloaded it when it came out. Still haven't downloaded it.
I really like it. It's really fun. And it might be because everyone else is trash tier, and it makes me feel really, really good about me being mediocre at the game. Or I might just be really good.
You never know, man.
I never know, but I really enjoy it. Their stuff is more... There's tons of cosmetics. Like, down to the grenade, to like your shoelaces or whatever.
Shoelaces?
I think it's actually just your shoes. But
still.
It's insane. You can have like Bahama, all these different grenades and stuff. Excuse me, all these different skins for everything. Everything has a skin. And so, sorry.
Am I boring? Wait, no, I'm not talking. Are you boring you?
Mobile games are kind of boring to me sometimes, but I
think this has been the best year for mobile games with Apple Arcade and Google Play Pass that we've had maybe ever.
So, but I've talked off and on about Call of Duty Mobile. I was actually playing a match before the podcast started.
When you were supposed to be researching.
That is correct. I was. That's how dedicated to the cause I am. I'm in a clan. Do I know the name of it? No, but I'm in it.
In it to win it.
In it to win it. That's right.
Only game I have on here is Card Thief. It's a game. I don't know if it's on Apple devices. I know I got it because it's on Google Play Pass, which I still have. I'll probably have that at least until the $1 thing runs out. But it's a kind of chess card game-esque thing where you're a thief, as the name suggests, and you just try to get from point A to point B without attracting too much attention, with collecting as much gold and chests as possible. In a way, it's similar to the Go games like Hitman Go, Lara Croft Go. So if you like those types of games, I would suggest that. I like the art style. It's very different, and it kind of opened my eyes to try some more try some more mobile games. And I think Google Play Pass also helped with that a lot.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to try all these games out for $1 a month currently. I think that price is obviously going to go up when that little deal runs out, but it is.
I think it's if you signed up within the first certain amount of days, you got $1 a month for a year.
Oh, okay.
But now it's $3 a month or something.
Gotcha. Okay. That's still not that bad if you're a big mobile gamer,
No. I've heard great things about Apple Arcade too, although I don't have a device that can play it. I think my iPad Mini is just slightly too old. I have a Mini 2. I think you have to have a Mini 3 to be able to have Apple Arcade.
Yeah. That's how they get you to upgrade, man.
Yeah, there's some actually pretty cool looking games on there with Sayonara Wild Hearts, and there's a golf game on there. Grindstone looks cool. So I kind of a little bit jealous, although I'm still not going to buy any more Apple devices.
Me neither. I have no desire to whatsoever.
Let's move on from mobile games to RPGs. Kind of surprised you don't have more in this category.
I probably forgot some. I probably did.
Oh, I 1,000,000% have forgotten games.
Yeah. I even went through a bunch of lists and I still couldn't jog my memory. It's just gone.
Gone forever. It's like you never played them.
I guess they were not that memorable.
Was Maple Story?
I don't know. Not a clue. Maple Story.
It could be on literally every single one of these games of service. Maple Story, remake.
Maple Story 2.
Yeah, this is all Maple Story 2. Mobile, the APK of Maple Story.
You mean Maple Story Mobile? Because there is one.
Oh my gosh. RPG. Maple Story.
There you go.
Service of the year. There's probably some kind of service associated.
Maple Story 2 Season Pass.
There we go. Games for play with for the first time, even though it's old.
Maple Story.
Horror. That applies to Maple Story more than any game.
No, I got one. Specifically, Maple Story private server when you get to rebirth your character.
I don't know what that means, and I'm very proud to say that.
You're welcome.
And then, obviously, most anticipated, MapleStory 3.
That's right. Oh, man. I can't wait.
This has got to be such a good segment for the people who have no idea what the hell MapleStory is.
Go download MapleStory 2. You'll enjoy it.
I don't even remember what we were... Oh, RPG. What was your favorite RPGs of the year?
Kingdom Hearts 3. Pokemon.
Oh, you just throwing them out there.
And The Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds?
Damn it, it's just Outer Worlds.
Is it? Actually, I called you out, but I don't really know.
It's just, it's Outer Worlds.
Do you like to talk about these games?
Yes, in my head, I had to think of the box art to make sure that it was just The Outer Worlds. Damn it, just Outer Worlds. Yes, I, like most people in the universe, have waited eons to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I stood in line at the midnight release.
Actually, it is The Outer Worlds.
Damn it. Oh, well, that's okay. So
You should have stuck to your guns.
I know. Put the in front of everything. Makes you sound cooler. Stayed at the midnight release of Kingdom Hearts 3. Why? Because I wanted a physical copy for some weird reason when I could have just
Wait,
downloaded.
are you serious?
Yes.
You stayed in line for a midnight release of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I sent you all those pictures in the group message, and y'all were laughing at me because I was stupid to do this for some reason.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. Okay, I should have just downloaded it digitally.
Well, I had a physical copy.
Yeah.
I'm not playing any game at 12 o'clock. And the last time I played a game at 12 in the morning for the first time was Spider-Man last year, and I hated it. I hated that game. And it was one of my favorite games of the year last year, and I hated it because I played it at 2 in the morning.
This is exactly what I did. I got the game, went home, put it in, made sure it started installing, and went to sleep.
See? So you didn't even play it.
Nope, I shouldn't have done it, but I was just
If you bought it online or if you bought it on the PlayStation, you probably could have pre-downloaded it.
Probably. I really just wanted the physical box art to make sure that it was real.
But you don't have to go early to do that.
I know. It was stupid. Yeah.
Don't pre-order, and definitely do not go to midnight releases.
Nope. I'm wiser now. Yeah. So
Did you actually like the game though?
Oh yeah, yeah. Was it perfect? No. Did I enjoy it? Yes. It was well worth the wait. And man, it is a roller coaster of emotions. Man.
You gonna get that new DLC that's coming out?
Most definitely. Yeah. I have to. I need a little bit more. It's the
I'm kind of sad that I sold it now because I want to play that too. I may have to steal your copy.
You can. It's there. So I am grateful that I was alive when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, because there was a big part of me that thought this is never coming out. Yeah, it got a release date. Yeah, I put money towards the pre-order. Yeah, I paid in full, whatever. Still don't have it. But, after I beat it, I accepted the fact that it was real.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is also on my list, of course. How could it not be? After waiting, 15 years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out? I know we've had ones in between, but this is the first proper numbered sequel in close to 15 years, if not more. And I thought it was great. I thought the combat felt maybe the best it's ever felt. The game was very pretty. I love the new theme song. They got the same woman that did the old ones, and it's not quite as good, but it is so, so close. I like that they expanded the universe. You got to see characters like Kyrie and Axel interact, which they never really did, not that I remember. You got to see more of the organization. If you play the game, you know obviously that there is going to be another one. I don't know if it's going to be called 4 or what. It might be called Kingdom Hearts 4.365, to the windows, to the walls. I know that DLC is definitely going to bridge some of those gaps, but there's no way that there's not another one, and I definitely want another one. However, this game is not perfect. This game is far from perfect. I like some of the new mechanics. I like the rides. I think they're interesting. They put them in the game way too damn much. I don't need to be riding the damn teacups every 30 seconds. This should be something that you can use maybe once a level. The charm wears off about 2 hours into the game because you've used the flipping teacup move 50,000 times. It's pretty. It's a cool effect. It does a lot of damage. All things that I like. They overuse it. They squeeze every last drop out of it way too early. I don't think the game is nearly enough of an RPG. I think it is definitely inferior to Kingdom Hearts 2. Might be better than 1. I'd have to go play, but it's been like several years since I played 1, but it's certainly not as good as 2. I think they put too much action into it and cut too much RPG out of it. The voice acting, going back to some good stuff, I like the voice acting. It's just enough cheese. I love the completely goofiness of the Disney characters meeting the original characters. I would like to see a little bit more of some Final Fantasy characters. I don't even know if there are hardly any, although I know that they're not the main focus. It is always interesting to see them, which is kind of why I'm glad to see they seem to be coming back in the Remind. I think it's called Remind DLC. Sora's always his plucky self, it was so good to see everybody back. Made me feel like a kid again. And I was kind of like Jordan. I really almost didn't believe it was ever going to come out. It felt so good to have it in my hand. Now you're knocking the mic. I'm not the only one.
I just get excited when we talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. It makes me feel so much different emotions, especially with.
It makes me feel so much different emotions.
That's right. Yeah, because growing up with it and then just waiting and waiting and waiting.
Waiting
for the third one. I enjoyed the combat, but Ryan pretty much said everything that I was going to say about the game. It deserves a sequel, or it deserves a fourth one. There's much more to tell, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, they teased it so hard at the end of the game.
Oh man, it's
that game. Kingdom Hearts 3 also has the most anime moment in all of Kingdom Hearts. At the end, with Donald does.
Shh. No spoilers, man.
Sorry. Let's move on before somebody gets spoiled.
What else you got on your list?
Let's see. I got Pokemon. Pokemon Sword. The game that had no controversy and everyone loved.
That's right.
The end.
Amen, brother. That was a dang good Pokemon
I think we could just
game.
move on.
That's right.
No, seriously though. I thought Pokemon Sword was fantastic. Certainly better than Sun and Moon. Minimum on par with X and Y. And I know a lot of people didn't even like X and Y, but it's kind of the first one I've really played since 3. So I probably have some nostalgia for that. I really love the legendaries in that game. But we're not talking about that game. We're talking about Sword. The game has so many little fixes that are just so good. You can turn off the freaking thing every time you capture Pokemon, do you want to name this? No, I don't want to name the little shit. No, I don't want to name the 15th Pikachu that I caught.
That's right.
There's an option in the game to turn off. It will never ask you, never ask you once if you want to name your Pokemon. You're gonna be like Michael Vick and never name it. You don't want to get attached because you're just gonna send it out there to get beat. And that's just one of many quality of life improvements. Of course, you still don't have to teach freaking cut and surf. You just know those things, or you just don't have to use them. That's one thing I noticed. There's no cutting. You don't have to cut anything in this game.
No rock smashing.
No rock smashing.
No siffity surfing.
No, well, yeah, you instead of surfing, you ride your bike on top of the water.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
No dives. I always kind of miss dive because it was so interesting.
It is a really interesting mechanic.
I think you only use it in Gen 3, really, that I remember.
Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, yeah. You dive to get the Kyogre.
Yeah, you do. And there's certain Pokemon, Werelord and stuff, I think, appear underwater as well. That's why Dive Ball is called Dive Ball.
Exactly.
Another thing that I really was unsure about, last year in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they introduced, of course, you could see the Pokemon in the wild. You didn't have to run into a random encounter, and they kept it in this game. I love it. I don't have to run into 15,000 Zubats. I can go directly to what Pokemon I want to catch.
Yeah, you can just skirt around the ones you don't want. One of the things I really liked is the fact that you can, when you're in a battle or just on the Pokemon, you now have options. You don't have to go into the bag, go to the items, attach the thing to the Pokemon. You can just do all that while you're hovering over the Pokemon. Oh, I need to heal their heal. There you go. I need to give them this status thing.
I didn't know you could do. Wait, you can do that without going to the items bag?
Yeah, so you'll hover over the Pokemon. It'll have a restore tab, and you can heal them. You can heal status effects. There's an item slot, and it'll just take you to the items for that Pokemon. You don't have to go to the items, click on the thing, attach it to the Pokemon. There's a lot of little shortcuts in this game.
I didn't know that.
So it's
I'm not surprised though.
also one of the coolest things ever. You can change your party on the fly in the wild.
Yes, you don't have to go back to the PC every single time.
It is awesome. It makes training and the adventure just so much better.
Everything's just so much more simple.
It really is.
It's not a perfect game. I've missed some aspects of it. I kind of wish there were I kind of wish there was a dungeon or two. There was zero. You know, I kind of wish. Obviously, it would be nice to have more Pokemon. Obviously, it would be nice to have. The graphics are good, but they're not amazing. There are some pop-in issues. But overall, I think it is a great, great game. I'm still working on catching Pokemon, which it's been a long time since I've done that. I beat the game weeks ago. Still trudging along. I've thought about even completing the Pokedex. Obviously, it's going to be way easier now that there's only 400 Pokemon, which I think is a benefit people haven't even thought of. There's things like the Shiny Charm. Once I catch all 400, you can go get the Shiny Charm, which makes it way easier to get Shiny Pokemon, which I thought about Shiny hunting for the first time ever. I thought about actually competing for the first time pretty much ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more. I like this game more than any game in Pokemon that I've liked in a good while.
They definitely did a really good job. Hit a lot of nails on the head.
Also, something I haven't heard a lot of people speak about is they have the ability more than ever to add more Pokemon. If they decide to add, I can't even remember all the Pokemon that aren't in it. There's a lot, unfortunately, but they could add any of them at any time they want. I don't remember. They might have said they won't, but that doesn't mean they won't. I mean,
Yeah.
and they've already done things like events and stuff, which they really have never done before.
Which is really nice because usually it's, hey, go to this special GameStop, you get a card, that's the event, there you go.
Yeah, which I could see they could definitely still do that, but that alone wasn't really enough, I don't think, except for super hardcore fans, and it almost made made it less special anyway because you got a shiny Xerneas, but yeah, so did a million other people.
Exactly. It was not as rewarding as just being able to, they're like, hey, Delibird, for instance, what we talked about at the top of the show. They're, here's Delibird, special Christmas raid. Cool. Thanks, Pokemon. Appreciate it.
True that, man. Jordan, let's talk about the Outer Worlds.
Heck yeah, man. Spaceships, zombies, raidern parties, 15-second beat time. Actually, 12-minute beat time because you can speed run the game apparently. But I didn't do that. Don't be a psychopath because the game will break itself. Not really, but just be a good person. Speaking from personal experience, don't.
Did you start over? What did you do exactly?
I did start over because I killed somebody that I wasn't supposed to kill. Killed a nice old lady that was trying to help me because I tried giving her.
She was being sassy.
She was being sassy. Asked for a whole bunch of money, and I was
Jordan, that's what old women do. They're sassy.
I understand. After replaying the game, getting back to that section, and then listening to her dialogue and realizing that I shouldn't have cut her head off.
Holy crap.
You can decapitate people.
You cut this woman's head off?
I had a plasma sword. It just
What's
happened.
wrong with you, man?
Well,
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
So
Who hurt you?
Oh.
Who hurt you?
So this person.
You turned Arthur into an evil, evil man.
Yes, I did. Go listen to our Red Dead episodes if you want to know what kind of man I made Arthur into. Goodness, Betsy.
Dutch, if you ask for money one more again, you're going to see what happens.
I did try to kill Dutch multiple times in that game.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. So, yes, I did restart the Outer Worlds and play it again because I killed the nice little old lady because she was giving me sass because she was like, listen, you want me to help you? You need to give me some lots of monies. And I was like, lady, I know what I need is in that damn safe. I'm going to kill everybody in this town. So I did.
You made enemies of one of the most essential areas in the entire game. An area that you had to constantly come back to.
And did the game bend me over a barrel and go in raw? They were like, all right, you can go to this planet. Cool. You can't land on the landing pad you need to. Oh, no big deal. I'm a big boy. I can run through the nope acid pits, vomit, toxin, clouds.
Big gross mantis reptiles.
Big gross mantis things. Oh, and I tried it. I tried it like 4 or 5 times.
I tried it once.
And I finally got to town once. Got the person, talked to the person I needed to do. She's like, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, I killed this lady. I need to talk to you. Okay, cool. Let's go. We got to go back the way you came in. What?
That's hilarious.
This made it all the way through. Used all the inventory consumables I had to make it into town. Didn't have any money because, that's why I killed the lady. And then the tracker goes, we got to go back outside. Pardon me? I'm not going back. So I tried it. She was like, all right, just don't aggravate them and you'll be fine. Lady, they're going to aggro me and I'm going to die. And after that...
How's your sneak stat?
Maxed.
Oh,
well,
really?
Now it's maxed. Before it was almost maxed, but now it's maxed.
And the new character?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have put a lot of time into it now.
I did, yeah. That's my whole thing now. I'm charming and charismatic.
That's the first time I've done... My build is similar. Everything is in intellect, mechanics, and sneaking, pretty much.
So I'm very much enjoying my new playthrough. I still, do a little sass and das every once in a while. No spoilers, but I was dealing with a bureaucrat and her little secretary man thing was giving me a little sass, so I punched him once and left. I was
Go back.
Just a little, he was like, and I was like, listen, let me give you a little 1-2.
Did you talk to the old woman on the planet with all the monsters on it?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The woman that gives you the medicine for your soon-to-be companion?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Well, my game finally started working again, like I talked about last week. Very excited about that because I really, really, really like this game. And for whatever reason, I walked up to her and I was just, No, I'm getting through this. So she's very sensual, to keep it relatively PG-13 here. And I was just like, I'll kill you. I think the intimidate was 40 or something. And I just laid it out there. Listen, lady, give me the pills or I'm going to kill you. And she gave me the pills and I took them over to, I can't remember her name.
It doesn't matter.
She's hilarious though.
Yeah.
Nikota or whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
She's just, yeah, man. I just like to have a good time and kill shit.
Cool. I like you. This is the first time in the game I realized my character was a woman.
You didn't realize that you made your character a woman?
No. I just hit the randomize button a lot and then went about my way.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Even in the characteristics, intelligence, and stuff like that?
No, I went back and changed that, but just for the looks.
I got you.
But yeah, she was like, yeah, sweet pie, insert southern lady.
Oh, man.
She was laying it on thick, and I was just like, all right, F it. Let's do this, old lady. And she was like, oh, my, you're a spry young thing. And I was like, oh, this is not what I thought this was. Sure, why not? And then, some stuffity-duff. And then I got the drugs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, prostitute.
I'm really enjoying this game. It is.
I'm really looking forward to
great.
putting more time into it.
I almost did the other day, and then I decided to to sleep instead.
That's always a good idea.
I was just like, I could stay up and play this for a couple hours, or I could just, sleep some.
I really, really like the dialogue. It's very witty, very charming. It gets a little old in the long in the tooth and the all capitalism is bad stuff, but I can still appreciate that every once in a while. It's not perfect in the graphical and fidelity performance department. That's probably my biggest gripe with it. I have like a bug where it doesn't show my character when I open up my character screen.
Same.
It's just a black
Silhouette.
silhouette. Yeah, silhouette. And also, sometimes the game stutters really badly when I spin around or something for like a full second. I'm not sure if that's my computer or what. I haven't really heard anybody else talk about that. But as far as when the gameplay does work, it's fantastic. It fills the hole that Fallout 3 left, and Fallout 4, excuse me, was great. It wasn't Fallout. It was just more Fallout 3 basically, with not a whole lot of innovation. But I have since purchased Fallout New Vegas, which I will probably be playing fairly soon. I'm super hyped about that.
That brings me to my point of this game fills a void that Fallout New Vegas left for me, and it checks a lot of boxes. And I am excited to play some more of it. I might even do some of the little side quests and such.
Yeah, I've actually done some side quests in this game
because the story's good, and they put a lot of love into this game, and you can really feel it. You can really tell it. Is it perfect? No, not by any means, but it is awesome. I really like what they did with it.
I heard that there was a Fallout Miami like fan mod that was supposed to be really cool.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. For New Vegas or for...
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I don't know why in my head, I thought somebody modded the Outer Worlds to make it look like Fallout and also for it to be based in Miami.
Holy crap, that's complicated.
And I was like, whoa. That sounds cool. So what's this last one you got on your list? I haven't played it. I own them.
Wait, you own this game?
Oh, nope. Wrong one. My bad.
This is SteamWorld Quest. You probably own some of the other SteamWorld games.
I do, yeah. I own 1 and 2. Never played this one, though. Thought about it.
This is an RPG. The others are more platformery, Castlevania type games.
Yeah.
This is a card game, turn-based RPG. It is a kind of King Arthurian legend setting, except they're mechs, the robots. Each turn you play cards and your characters. You can collect different cards, buy certain cards. You get certain cards from winning. And obviously, if you don't have a certain member in your party, you can't use their cards if they're not in your party. It's fairly strategic, although it's not super difficult. There are some bosses and whatnot that it's going to take you a minute to figure out, but it's not overly difficult, at least on the difficulty I'm playing at. I can't remember. I'm sure I'm playing it normal. I always play it normal. Really, really recommend the game. I haven't played it in a while now. I don't know why. Just got sidetracked. I need to go back and finish it. Highly, highly recommend it. Obviously, it can't be my game of the year because I haven't beaten it. I doubt it would be anyway. But if you like the aesthetics of basically Arthurian robot knights and you like card games, definitely check this out.
It is on my list. I might be picking it up.
I think it's fairly cheap too.
Yeah, I might be picking it up if I have some Christmas money or something like that.
That's it for my RPGs though. Besides Ni no Kuni, but once again, I don't want to talk about that anymore, and I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah, so if I think of any other RPGs, I'll just randomly bring them up.
Just scream them out.
I'll just scream them out. I probably won't though.
Okay, this next category is a bit different because it is not games, but it is service of the year. Obviously, as of late, the services have kind of become all the rage. Everyone wants to be the new Netflix, whether it's Game Pass, whether it's Google Play Pass, Apple Arcade, EA Origin, whatever that's called, the Uplay Plus thing. There's a million different ones, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. I have two. Jordan has one. Why don't you go first?
Game Pass, also known as my version, Games Pass. So Microsoft knocked it out of the park with this. If you have a PC and you got some extra change laying around every month you can spend on this, get it. It is 100% worth it in my opinion. It is.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. This is probably what I would say. If we were doing awards, this would be my service of the year for sure.
It is insanely. So it is worth your money. just off the random thought in my head right now, I've spent probably a ballpark, let's just say $100 on games this year that are now on Game Pass for $4 a month or however much it is a month.
Yeah, I think it's depending on which one you get. It depends.
Yeah, and so that's X amount of money I could have saved instead of paying full price for the games, and I could have just paid the monthly subscription for this and just played them still.
This is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to play games, especially if you're a more casual player. If you just want to buy an Xbox One all digital edition, or if you already have a PC, if you're interested in games, there's no reason not to have this.
As perfect as it sounds, the two complaints I have are, one, I wish video games would stop getting so big. It's kind of annoying to just run out of space installing a bunch of games and then just running out of space. That's not really Games Pass problem, though. It's really my problem for having too many games.
You mean Game Pass?
Yes. But the real only complaint I have is the fact that you can't buy a year of it at once. That's really the only complaint I have.
Oh, can you not?
Mm-mm.
I never do that, so I never noticed.
So I much rather would just pay for it all at once. It's paid for. Don't have to worry about it.
There's so many deals, though, that
is true.
It'll be $1 a month, and then it'll be $5 a month, and it'll shoot up to $10 for a little bit.
Yeah, I got, what is it? I think I got 3 or 4 months just for being a Discord Nitro.
I saw that.
Whatever, and I was like, sweet, awesome. So I ended up only paying for, I haven't paid for it yet.
Wow.
Because I got the deal or whatever, and then, the trial, and then it immediately started my Discord bundle. So that was pretty awesome.
There's some games on here that I definitely would not have played yet. I don't know if I would have played ever.
Oh, that just made me think you can play My Friend Pedro now because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll definitely give that a chance. But other games, The Outer Worlds, I would not have played yet. Or In the Blind Forest, I don't have a Xbox, so I couldn't play it. Although it's on Switch now, to be fair. But that I would not have found out about that game. That game is excellent, as I have continued to faff on about for the past 2 podcasts.
I downloaded Forza 4.
Oh, that game's fantastic.
Specifically to play the Battle Royale mode.
There's a Battle Royale mode in Forza now.
So
that's hilarious, and I need to try that.
It is. This is such a awesome, legit service.
Yeah, I mean, the only other one I have on here is Google Play Pass, and I like it, but it's not even the same league.
No, and I think it'll get there.
No.
I'm talking about specifically for Android mobile devices.
Maybe, I don't know.
And I'm gonna.
I don't even think it's as good as Apple Arcade, from what I understand.
Am I saying it'll get there in 2020? Probably not. Maybe in 2021.
I'm sure it'll get better.
It'll definitely get better. Google's, once they figure out the formula, they'll iron out they'll iron it out and get something really superb out there.
I also want to give a shout out to PlayStation, not Plus, but PlayStation
View
Now.
Oh, Now.
No,
yeah.
PlayStation View is dead.
Yeah.
RIP. PlayStation Now. I know that they decreased their price by 50%. They've added more games. They're putting some games on PC. They're doing great things over there. So, congratulations to them for following in the footsteps of Microsoft, and congratulations to Microsoft for leaving those footprints in the ground.
Yeah, they are doing a great job. It is the best time ever to own a PC.
This next category is a bit of a weird one. It is titled Games We Played for the First Time Even Though It's Old. And I think I'll start this one out with a bang. Portal 2. The Valve puzzle FPS masterpiece.
So good. Man, I wish portal guns were real.
No, that sounds horrifying.
I didn't say it'd be a good thing. I'm just saying the fact of
Yeah.
it would be cool.
It wouldn't be cool. People would die.
Yes.
Constantly.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
We would probably be extinct.
Yeah, most definitely. They would, man, but it would be cool for like a day.
It's still cool in the game, though. The way some of the puzzles just make you feel so smart. Whether or not you are, it's a different story.
That is true. I love this game, and I played some co-op of it in the past, too, and that was really enjoyable.
I haven't played the co-op yet. I've heard it's good, though.
It is really good.
But that's be far from the only good things. Obviously, the writing is among the best. It's got such dry, clever humor.
I would love to see a Portal 3. Do we really need one? No.
I don't think Valve can physically make a third game in a series.
No, I don't think they can either. But maybe in 2020 we'll see Artifact number 2.
Artifact 2, that's right.
That's right, baby.
That is right. I wish Half-Life would have worked for me. I'm gonna try that in 2020.
Good. That's a good idea because the crowbar is supposed to be on the damn ground.
It wasn't on the ground.
I believe
They
you.
didn't throw it on the ground.
I believe you. It's happened to multiple people.
They also released an update like a week after that happened to me. So I'm assuming that there was some kind of bug.
Probably, yeah. There's always some kind of weird bug going on with Half-Life. It's an old-ass game.
It's crazy that they're still updating a 20-year-old game like that.
They got to make sure new people can play it, and I mean...
They got to sell it for $1, you know?
They do. It's insane. I mean, Half-Life Alyx is coming out.
That is true. I will not play that game because I don't have $1,000 to drop on a VR setup.
Me neither, even though I really want to play it. It looks pretty awesome.
What's your first game on here, though?
Persona 4
Dun, dun,
Golden.
dun, 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 dun,
Some of
ba, ba, ba.
the best video game music I've ever heard in my gosh darn life.
Oh, yeah. The music, like I spoke of earlier in Catherine, Alice's music is perfect. It's just perfect. They have the best music in video games, period.
The art style, literally everything about this game is exactly what I want in a game.
You didn't like the art style at first, though. I remember I got in an argument over this.
Oh, yeah. And now I'm 100%
I had
for
to
it.
inform you that this is a PS2 game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And once I settled in that, I'm okay with it. The only thing I'm at now is I want to play it on my TV screen, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet.
There is a thing called the PlayStation TV.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing.
I don't know if all the Vita games work for it, but the way I understand it, it's basically a Vita without a screen that you can hook to your TV. Okay. So that might work.
I'll do some research into that because obviously that game is a very long game.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't beaten it.
And I want to show it the love and respect I know it deserves.
How far into you? I think I'm 30 hours maybe.
Well, remember, for some reason, my
you had to start over, didn't you?
I think I was almost 20 hours in.
Oh, that sucks.
But they blessed us with a skip function. A very fast, very quick.
Oh, the fast forward function?
It's literally just
TV fast forwarding?
That, and you can also just skip entire things. So it's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
So I just pretty much roughly remember what is happening story beat wise, and just skip everything else, and then just run to location to location, auto speed the battle through, or just auto battle, and then just keep going like that. My thing is I just want to see it on a bigger screen. I think that would help me be able to play it more too. But also
release Persona 4 Golden on Switch.
Dude, that'd be sweet. But then I'd have to, start it over again. And I don't think I can handle doing it a third time.
I mean, I did that with The Witcher 15 times.
True. But I love and respect this game. I just need to show it some respect. Even though I'm saying I respect it, I need to show it some respect and actually give it some damn time.
You got to show Sly Cooper Vita Collection some respect.
I agree with that one too. I did learn to appreciate Sly Cooper this year. Little side story for those of you that don't know. Back when Blockbuster was a thing, it's a place you could go to rent video games. Kingdom Hearts.
Back in the olden days, there was a thing called Blockbuster.
Kingdom Hearts is what I wanted. My brother came back, said, hey, they didn't have Kingdom Hearts. So I was immediately already pissed. I wanted to play it. I was kind of skeptical. New game. Didn't really know if I wanted to drop a bunch of money on it at the time because, I was a child. Didn't have a lot of money. And he handed me Sly Cooper. I played about 30 minutes of it.
And you realized it was perfect.
I realized it was
the
trash.
Perfect game.
And from that day, I hated Sly Cooper with a passion.
You have very strange, strong opinions.
Oh, yeah. But, when I got a Vita, specifically to play Persona 4 Golden.
Wait, not to play Sly Cooper?
I'm getting to that.
You scumbag.
I'm getting to it. Okay? I will make you retract the scumbaggery. So, I decided, I was mad at my Vita because for some reason it deleted my Persona 4 Golden Edition save. Probably something I did. Who knows? Doesn't matter. So I popped in Sly Cooper, gave it a chance, and fell in love with that damn dirty thief.
Why is it not on the games we played for the first time, even though it's old?
Because it wasn't the first time I played it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I played 30 minutes.
In 2003.
Yeah. They did a damn good job on the Vita collection. It's really well done. The controls are fine.
I think there's a PS3 collection if you would rather play that. It's definitely better.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. I mean, the Vita can only pump out so much power. Yeah. So I definitely... It's one of those things I just need to sit down. Maybe I'll do it over this little break I have from work. I'll just sit down and beat Sly Cooper.
I don't think they're very long.
I think there maybe it's 10 hours altogether, if that, for all 3 games.
I don't remember. I just remember. I remember Jack. I remember Ratchet, and I remember Sly Cooper. And I thought Ratchet was the best. Sly was the second best.
I'm more of a. I like the gameplay of Ratchet. Sorry, I like the gameplay of Jack and Dexter more than I do Ratchet and Clank. Even though Ratchet and Clank has more game mechanics I like because of their really weird guns.
Yeah, I love the guns. I think I would love for to be another Sly Cooper game, Sly 5, but I don't know if there'll ever be one. I would love for them to remaster on the PS5 or PS4. I do think there will be another Ratchet and Clank game.
I'm predicting this now. Ratchet and Clank will be a PS5 day one release.
That would be dope.
The last game I have on my list for this one is going to be Destiny 2. We've talked about this game so much this episode and just on this podcast in general. I think it's awesome. It is leaving a much better taste in my mouth than Destiny 1 because Destiny 1 was very, very grindy. And yeah, I know some people would probably say that Destiny 2 is just as grindy, maybe more. Personal opinion, whatever. But I am loving this game, and I think it's because I'm not taking it so seriously. I was very hardcore into Destiny 1, and it definitely made it unenjoyable sometimes. Like, hey, get on, do your raids, do your dailies, do your this,
I can't do that. I can't do that daily crap.
It was intense. So it's definitely much more relaxed and much more comfortable playing Destiny 2. So, what you got on your list, though?
The last game on my games we play for the first time, even though it's old, is a game that I'm a little bit fudging the rules here because I definitely have played this game before this year. But I wanted to talk about it. The Witcher 3, I finally got this game, and I finally beat it, and I think it was this year, although it might have been late last year. I love this game. I love this game so much now. I don't know. I'm a gameplay first person, and it takes a bit too long for the gameplay to get great. Once it gets great, it gets much, much better. But the world building of this game is amazing. The storylines that make you think. They do a romance correctly in video games, which is so rarely done. Triss and Yennefer are both great characters. I legitimately didn't know which one I liked better. Geralt clearly has feelings for both of them in one way or another, whether that's friendship or genuine affection. And it's really interesting to see, I guess, how his relationships grow with them. It's not just about, they're more than just a pretty face to you, but also to him. He cares about what they want, what they feel, and they both have feelings and ambitions, and it's really, really cool to see that. And Ciri, I love Ciri. Ciri's just such a sweet character. She's not just that though. She's also very cool. She has interesting powers that play a huge role in the game. Apparently, she teases Cyberpunk 2077, which I think I actually caught because I played the game so late. She mentions a world that has a vision she saw of a world that has super massive buildings and flying vehicles or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Flying carriages or whatever she says. The story gets crazy at the end. Like I said, the fighting does get better. It never gets as good as a game like Bloodborne, which might have the greatest combat of all time in any game. But I think it's good in its own way. It's just very different. It's more like almost ballerina dance. Someone compared it to a ballerina, which some people might take as a bad thing, but I don't know. I guess I can kind of see it in a good way as well. I cannot wait. I'm probably, like I said earlier, I'm going to play New Vegas soon. Before that, I'm almost certainly going to play I think it's Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone expansions for The Witcher. I'm very, very much looking forward to that.
You ever going to jump in and play some Thornbreaker?
Yes. I need to pick up Thornbreaker, which is a Witcher kind of Gwent side game that they released. That's like $20. I've heard amazing things about that game.
Yeah, same.
I'm looking forward to watching the new Netflix show. I've heard okay things about it, but I just want to be back in that world. I think the world's amazing. I've heard some rumors. Of course, there's been rumors since the game came out about The Witcher 4, but there were apparently CD Projekt Red up their license with the book dealer, with the man who wrote the books. So I could definitely see them releasing a fourth one. Of course, that would be years away.
Yeah, that's a world that I own all 3 Witcher games now, or I have for a while. But I need to play them. It's just sitting down and doing it. Because I know they're good games. It's just, do I really want to take the time to sit down and play them?
Have you played the third one? No, you haven't.
I played a little bit of the third one.
Right.
But not a lot. Maybe an hour, if that.
It takes a while to really get going. There's a mission called the Bloody Baron. I played almost through it legitimately 3 or 4 times.
Wow, okay.
It's a good mission, but it's really, really long.
Okay.
But by the time I think if you can get through that mission, it really kind of gets to you in a way that's sad but also fulfilling.
Okay.
And it's great. I love that game. That game is fantastic.
Yeah, I've only heard good things about it. Does it mean it's perfect? No. Does it mean that I'd probably enjoy it? Yeah, I definitely think I'd enjoy it.
This man almost bought Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs 1 over The Witcher.
Thank you, Ryan, as a good friend. He helped me not make that decision. Do I still want to play Watch Dogs?
Do not play Watch Dogs. That is a bad game.
It is.
Quit.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself, man.
I know.
You're better than that.
It's just it's scary. My feelings for some video games sometimes.
Are you trying to do a little segue here? You know what else is scary? Horror games.
Yeah.
Horror games of the year.
This made me realize I don't play many horror games.
I play more this year than I usually do, and I've become more of a horror fan since Resi 7 came out. Is when I really started to appreciate horror games and kind of horror in general.
Okay, maybe I'll pick up some more next year or just randomly. Who knows?
Do you like Resident Evil games?
Yeah, I really enjoy them.
We didn't play Resident Evil 2 this year?
I didn't.
Man, you gotta play that game. That game's fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely do. Every once in a while I think, I need to play some more of this particular genre game, and horror is always one that's on my list. I just never do.
I kind of want to play Alien Isolation now that I've watched the first 2 Alien movies.
Don't play Alien Blackout. It is not worth.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I paid money for that game.
That's a mobile game, right?
Yep. It's cool on the surface, but after a while, it's just like, this is trash.
Yeah.
Why did I take time for this?
Well, the only game you have on here is Doki Doki Literature Club, I'm assuming.
I've played that game since it came out, or not since it came out, since 2016 or 2017, one of those two, and still haven't beaten it.
It's only like 4 hours long.
Yep. It was during my weird phase of jumping between new laptop that died to old laptop to backup laptop to no PC to this new PC I have now. Well, it's, old now, but you get the point. So I just never moved any of the saves over or anything. So there's one that's on the old backup laptop that I don't think I have anymore that didn't save because I wasn't playing it on Steam.
You still haven't beaten this.
Correct.
You just gotta beat this game in one sitting.
Yeah, I do. Because coming back and going back and forth, I just need to sit down and do it. Maybe I'll do it with one of my. You know what? Declaring it, doing it with my day off this week.
So I'm definitely not going to spoil this game since Jordan has. I mean, I was going to spoil it anyway, but I'm definitely not going to spoil it now.
I get the gist of it though.
So if you don't know, it starts out as a very cutesy game, and in fact, it almost goes on for too long as this almost dating sim weeaboo-esque game, and then it twists in a way that I will not spoil. But oh my gosh, this game got to me, not just in a scary way, but like in like a sad way. This game made me so sad. I almost can't say anything without spoiling it. I don't know if it's still free. It was free.
I'm pretty sure they have always come out and said, "Hey, this is always going to be free." That's how they want it to be. If you do want to support the game, you can through their website. They got merch and all this other stuff. It's almost a cult-esque following.
There's a game theory where they predict that there's going to be basically a second one, and this was basically only a teaser.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. I like this universe. I really like these characters. I want an anime so bad of this universe of this game. That would be great. A short little 12-episode anime, like 20 to 30 minutes an episode.
This is one of the weirdest, most messed up games I've ever played, though, to be honest.
Wow.
It could be interesting, but man, just play the game. If you're the faint of heart, you might honestly not want to.
It says multiple times. It has multiple warnings. Do not play this if you get depressed easily. Do not play this if you think you get depressed. Do not play this if you have ever been depressed.
I don't like trigger warnings. I hate them, actually. Excuse me. But there's something in this game, and when it happens, I legitimately had to stop playing.
Wow.
For like 5-10 minutes. Just step aside and go do something else. I finished it in one sitting, still, because it's not that long. But the juxtaposition of it going from just the like happy-go-lucky cute anime girls to what it does, it legitimately affected me. So if you're looking for that, it will give it to you. It's undoubtedly good, but it's also just be warned. It doesn't play around. Let's move away from that super depressing game to one of the funnest games I played all year. Luigi's Mansion is back, baby. I love the first one. I was disappointed by the second one, and I love the third one. I just wish it hadn't come out on Halloween, so I couldn't beat it. There's no way I was beating it on Halloween.
No, it's a long game. I will say this.
Well, it's not long. It's 15 hours, but I'm not beating a 15-hour game in one sitting.
No, that's unhealthy and also dangerous. Don't do it. I guess dangerous and unhealthy are both the same thing. Anyway, whatever. So, from what I've seen, I always harped on Luigi's Mansion, this and that. Luigi's not a real character. He's trash, yada, yada. This game made me respect old Luigi. He did good.
No, you didn't play it.
Even though I didn't play it. I lived vicariously through you. I don't need to play it.
Well, I guess I'll have to explain it then. One of the things I loved about Luigi's Mansion, the original, was not just that you sucked up ghosts and vacuum cleaners, but it had so much character, especially in the ghost designs, and this has that in spades. You fight everything from a shark to a pharaoh, and since that's one of the biggest, coolest things about the game, all the ghosts, I'm not going to spoil anything else, but that's the level of weird, wacky, and cool things you can come to expect. It's not super hard, although some of the puzzles actually took me a minute to solve, which was kind of cool because that was not the case in the first one at all. The levels themselves also are insane to a level that at first I was kind of like, this isn't especially haunted mansion-y, but I kind of headcanon it that it was because it was so good that I didn't want to in any way take anything away from it. It's also so pretty too. Man, the game is, I don't know what they do, but first party Nintendo games just look so good.
Sorry, I'm kind of tripping out over here. I think it either might be the hour-old coffee or the potato soup. Vegetable stew.
That's a weird combination.
Vegetable, yeah, man, just a little woo-doo-doo.
But so if you liked the first one and you didn't like the second one, if you've been hesitant to buy this game, 1,000,000%, go out and pick this game up. It's one of the best Switch exclusives of the year, without a doubt. I can't recommend this game enough. If you like that type of game, if you want to go be a Ghostbuster, go pick up this game. I love it. I love this game. There's different. It's not just the same old thing as well. There's different abilities and moves. Obviously, Guigi is a big part that wasn't in the first one. He plays a lot. He plays a big, huge role in this game. You couldn't beat it without him.
I really like the mechanic of Guigi. It's really cool.
It's really interesting. And there's a few, specifically with Guigi, there were a couple puzzles that took me a minute to wrap my head around. I think I had to look up one or two, too, actually.
Yeah, I like games that take a different, that you can change perspective in.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he does. Of course, sometimes you'll be like, you'll look up how to do it. Oh, wait, duh. It's just this one tiny, that happens to me so much. I don't know if it's just the way, kind of like you said, you need a different perspective. Maybe you need to walk away, get a glass of water, eat something. And if you come back, you can immediately solve it. It's kind of like that. You go on, I don't know, IGN or GameSpot or whatever, and look up a guide. Oh, wait, duh, all you have to do is this. It's just it's like you need an extra set of eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely.
Great game, 100%. Go play that game. If you have a kid maybe who wants to try to get into a slightly spooky game, it's probably just spooky enough for a little kid. There's a little bit of that elements without really being scary. It's not as scary as the first one, and I don't think the first one's scary at all. So, yeah, highly, highly recommend. And, the last game I have here on the horror list is, of course, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Just once again, gorgeous, gorgeous game on so many levels. Oh my gosh, I need to play through this game again. It's so good. I harped on it so much earlier. Similar to Doki Doki, like I said earlier, it actually affected me. I was a nervous wreck after they introduced Mr. X. Where is this man? If I heard anything, I played with headphones on in the dark. I had to stop this game a couple times and catch my breath. The characters are interesting and cool, a little goofy, but you gotta love that about Resident Evil. That's part of the charm,
They definitely do a really good job of character development.
Everything is, you wouldn't know, kid. You didn't play the game.
I played the original Resident Evil 2.
When you were 1.
Yeah, because I'm a gamer.
Man, it's crazy to see the difference between the original RE2 and the remake. Actually insane. Also, everything is wet. And inexplicably, everything is just wet in this game. And just gross. I think they're called liquors with their brains hanging out. Oh my gosh. The game is so good. That game is incredible.
It is really good. Moving on to our final category.
Well, it's the final. We got a couple more categories after that, really.
Yeah. One of the final categories. Yet to play.
Yeah, I just wrote these down because there are a bunch of games that I haven't played yet. I thought I'd talk about them. Maybe, remind some people that these games exist. So I guess I'll just kind of read these off, and I might read a description if I feel it, if it needs it. Death Stranding, first game on here. Game is very interesting. I don't want to buy it, but Jordan has bought it because he wants to play it. I will be borrowing it from him. Zelda Claymation Thing, the remake, which I got for Christmas. Actually, my aunt bought it for me. Looking forward to playing that game. Jedi Fallen Order, another game that I would not have bought myself, but Jordan has done me the kind pleasure sounds kind of weird, of buying it for himself, and I will, or one of our friends bought it. That's right.
I was going to be like, that's not my game,
I'll
Chief.
borrow it. I'll borrow it from him.
I got that game by letting him borrow Odyssey.
Okay, Mario Odyssey.
I don't know how he ended up borrowing 2 games of mine at the same time. He has Horizon and Odyssey, but whatever.
That's right, he does.
Yeah, I guess I'm a human blockbuster now.
Control, that game by Remedy that inexplicably started getting all kinds of Game of the Year awards and nominations. it looked interesting, but it got so many kind of reviews. But I mean, maybe I've misread the tea leaves there. Jordan, you got this on your list too. I'm assuming you feel the same way.
It is one of those things where I heard there's more stuff coming out for it. I want to see what's what. The combat is interesting to me, and I want to see what it's all about.
It has this very kind of noir detective, supernatural vibe that I think is really cool.
So I definitely need to be checking that out. It's definitely on my list. Maybe I'll get it if it's still on sale or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure it'll be on sale all the time around Christmas. Plague Tale: A Tale of Innocence. Well, I think it's just Plague: A Tale of Innocence. I think it's not a huge action-oriented game. It's kind of a puzzle-y game, maybe, where you're basically just trying to escape like 13th century France because it's in war or something. That looked really interesting. The graphics are great. It got a bunch of nods at the Game Awards, so I'm interested in that. Sekiro, we both have on our list. I'm surprised you have this on your list, actually.
It is to remind me to see if it is still installed on my PS4. And if it is still installed on my PS4, I will load it back up once more to try to defeat the monsters. But if it's not for some reason, I will not be revisiting this game.
You're just going to wash your hands?
I'm just going to wash my hands of it. For some weird reason, I thought I would be really good at this game. Why? No reason. No twinkling. No reason I would ever think I'd be good at this game. First Souls game ever. Thought I'd be really good at it.
That's hilarious.
Maybe the mechanics don't mesh with me. I don't know. Maybe I need a coach, or I don't know.
I mean, this game is brutal. I actually have had a really hard time wrapping my head around the parry mechanic. I never really did that in Dark Souls, and I think it's different in this game anyway. So I want to go back and try to. I'm not gonna just like I said. I'm not gonna do what you're doing, where if it's. I know it's installed on my PS4 actually because I saw it the other day. I want to give this another chance. I don't know if I'll start over. I'm not that far into the game, but I really, really need to kind of set my mind to figuring out the mechanics and realizing that it's not Dark Souls, it's not Bloodborne, it's something completely different.
See, and that's me. That's why I want to give it a chance, because I don't have any of the notions that all the other Souls-esque lovers have. I'm going into this completely raw, completely blind I've never experienced one of these games, and I want to, but there's part of me that just doesn't click with the mechanics. Maybe I need to pick it back up again and give it a try, but I'm definitely not one of those people that's just like, give me an easy mode, because it's not about that. They designed the game like this for a reason. Enjoy it the way they work so hard to make it.
There were obviously some conversations earlier this year about easy modes and about accessibility. I firmly believe that part of this game is for it to be inaccessible to some people. And if that's you, I'm sorry. Not every game is for everyone. I'm never going to ask FromSoft or any other developer if they don't feel that it represents their game to have certain modes, whether it be an easy mode or a hard mode. Celeste, one of my favorite games from last year, had an assist mode that lets you just experience everything. But if From doesn't want to put that in their game, I don't want them to be able to. I don't want them to be forced to. I don't want them to be pressured to in any way. I think that is a core tenet of these games, and I think it is there for a reason. And I personally appreciate it.
I will say that this game is beautiful. It is so beautiful.
It's very pretty. I was so glad when this won Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, they deserved to win it. I mean,
they deserved to win it for Bloodborne too, but they didn't.
Yeah, true. They definitely it. Even if I don't go back and play this game, is FromSoft a company that I will be looking for in the future? Yeah, most definitely. I'd love to enjoy one of their games.
There aren't very many developers that basically make a genre.
Yeah.
And they can claim that they did that.
That is true. They definitely did do that.
They call it Souls-like for a reason.
Yeah.
Also, I would love if the game that Blue Point if they were working on a Demon Souls remaster, I would love that because I never got to play that game and I don't have a PS3 anymore.
I got one. You can use it whenever you want.
That game's really ugly and it's not aged well, so I don't want to.
That's a good idea. Also, it might burst into flames with it, when you try to run it. So it just might do it.
It's crazy how kind of, at least visually, how bad like Demon Souls looks. That game does not look great. But now you look at Sekiro, like you said, looks fantastic. Bloodborne, gorgeous. Dark Souls 3, same thing. Even the Dark Souls 1 remake looks so good. I can't wait. There's a new FromSoft game coming out. We don't know when, obviously, but it's got George R.R. Martin working with it, and you got two of the best world builders in fiction with Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. I cannot wait to see what that game is. Very, very hyped for that.
It's gonna be really cool. What about Disco Elysium?
Disco Elysium is a game I don't really know a whole lot about. It seems like an old school RPG where you play as a cop, I believe, in a fictional country.
Yeah, it's interesting to see a game like that. I will say this doesn't have anything to do with this category because I've played this game, but I will say if you are interested in indie game, I think that everyone should at least look into After Party.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about that game.
I think people would enjoy that. But continue on about Disco Elysium.
Yeah, Disco Elysium. I think it was nominated for 4 game awards at the Game Awards, and it won every single one that it was nominated for. Indie, best story, best RPG. I've got to look into it. It's $40, I think, so it's not full priced. I can't speak to how good it is. Obviously, I haven't played it yet. But the premise of a cop in an RPG sounds very, very intriguing by itself. So that alone has got me interested. I'm going to go back one more to Call of Duty because we both have it on the list. What are your thoughts on Call of Duty?
The last time I tried to play it, there were so many patches because I play on PC that I just gave up and went to sleep.
Sounds like me.
And this game is... I had to uninstall it from the hard drive. The single hard drive I had it installed on because the hard drive was 123 gigs instead of 125 gigs.
And this is before, by the way, they installed the Battle Royale mode and the Battle Passes and everything.
This game is so huge. So now I just have it installed on like one of my external hard drives. Does it run the best? It's okay. Because, it's running off an external hard drive, but still, it's, the little bit I did play of the story, I liked it. I liked the multiplayer mode I played. But I'm starting to think that maybe Call of Duty, at least the big Call of Duties, aren't for me.
Big Call, when was the last small Call of Duty? The one for the DS?
Well, when I say big Call of Duties, I mean console and PC because I love to bits Call of Duty Mobile because
oh my gosh, this kid.
I know because it's not as crazy, but I just find myself getting bored of the big Call of Duties.
I'm specifically talking about the single player. This is the first single player Call of Duty game that was hyped for in a very long time, and it just didn't work. There was so much lagging. The cutscenes looked awful in one way or another. And then eventually, like I said, it literally didn't work. So I haven't played that game in probably a month. There's been so many updates. If it didn't work by now, I would be absolutely furious. I want to go back and play it, though. I've heard great things about the single player. But from what I played, it is great. And it's short, which is nice. So there's so many long games that it's nice to have an 8, 10, 12-hour story.
I definitely agree. My time is precious to me. So I shan't not waste it.
And then lastly, I got a shout out for a couple of indie games that I have yet to pick up, but I more than likely will. We got River City Girls, which is a super interesting looking, like beat 'em up brawler type game. Great graphics, super interested in that. And Valhalla, which is a bar simulator game set in the future. It looks really interesting, kind of cyberpunk-esque, where you serve, I guess, certain people that come into your bar.
Cool. The last game I have on my list is Death Stranding. Like Ryan said, I did purchase it because it went on sale for $40. I got the physical edition.
I saw that went on sale for like 30.
It went on sale literally the day after I bought it for $35, and then like 2 days or something after that for $30. But $40 for a game that's apparently pretty good. Can I tell you the storyline? Nope. I still don't know what's going on in that game at all.
Have you started playing it?
Oh, no. I'm just talking about just 100%. I'm still going in blind. I still know, obviously, about some of the characters that are in there and the cutscenes and how some people call it a walking simulator and different stuff like that. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen in that game because it is so interesting.
I'm such a gameplay-oriented person, but that I'm worried about it. But there's a small part of me that sees that gameplay and thinks it might be super, super relaxing and chill.
See, the crazy, mantic, I guess those are the same thing. The part of my brain that likes the Wile E. Coyote aspect of games where you don't really know what's going to happen has me really excited for this
game. Game looks goofy as hell.
It just, man, I need to finish playing Jedi so I can go play some.
We're going to have a couple months here where there's not a whole lot of games coming out, so I'm super excited to get caught up.
It is nice. You got to sprinkle things here or there when you get them because I know the Kingdom Hearts DLC comes out about mid-January, so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mid to late January.
I think 23rd, 24th, something like that.
And that's on PS4. They're on Xbox. It comes out in February, I think.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good time.
All right, let's move on to the last category before the game of the year. It's just some games I wanted to talk about real quick. The most anticipated games of 2020. You want to start out with this one?
Yeah. When we got the pre-order button for Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
I smashed the actual fuck out of it.
Oh man, dude. This is obviously my most anticipated. This is probably my most anticipated game, except like the new Elder Scrolls, which is coming out. Maybe I'll live to see the new Elder Scrolls.
I just want to live to see their space game, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they were like, you can pre-order it now. All right, cool, thanks. Here's $60. I don't want to have to worry about paying this game. Like, would I have the money when the game came out? Yeah, I could drop $60. But I just wanted to go ahead and give it to them. Bought it through GOG, called it a day. I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, I don't think this game could be any less than great.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's without even playing it, I would say it's probably a solid 8.
I would be massively surprised if it's honestly knowing the pedigree, and I know that before The Witcher 3 they were super neat, kind of a niche studio, but if this is anything less than an 8, I would be shocked. I'm expecting a 9 or more.
I mean, if you kind of look at, Keanu's in the game, and to my knowledge, he doesn't do anything less than a 9. Oh
no, he's never been in anything bad.
That's
he
right.
definitely wasn't in the Matrix sequels. No.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, I'm super excited about that.
Oh man, what is that game? Not Ghost of Tsushima. The one where all the people disappear in the trailer.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dang it. Okay, I'll remember it and randomly shout it out at the next podcast. Yeah. But Ghost of Tsushima looks really good. I'm hyped that we got a little trailer for that. As some of you know, like me and some other people, I really enjoyed The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us 2 is going to be a great story.
I'm gonna play that game. That's gonna be one of my next games I play on PS4.
I got it. I think you actually own it.
I have it.
That's
I
right.
have it. They gave it away for PS Plus.
And the last one is gonna be Godfall, the
first confirmed PS5 game.
Yep, first confirmed PS5 game. Even though I will probably play it on PC. They called it a looter
slasher.
Yeah, however they worded it.
Slaughter.
There you go.
Does that work?
Sure.
Slooter.
man, Sluter and Looter, it's weird. But I'm excited for each of these games in their own individual ways. Probably if I had to pick one that I was most excited for, definitely Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I love that type of genre. I really, really love Netrunner. It's a card game that used to be a thing. It kind of died off, but I really enjoyed it. It's set in the cyberpunk world. You're a hacker or a corporation, and that's kind of how you play the game. It's the hacker versus the corporation, and I really like that aspect of things. And so it's going to be really sweet to be able to dive into that world digitally.
As far as me, besides the games that Jordan mentioned, Cyberpunk is on my list. Ghost of Tsushima is on my list. We got Ori and the Will-O-Wisps, the game I talked about earlier in the podcast, the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. Game looks like it's going to be fantastic. I have zero doubts. I think this game's going to be great. RE3 remake. I talked about that earlier. Cannot wait for that. Doom recently got pushed until next year. That game is going to be super, super hype. I love the way that Doom feels to play. What's up?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, that game looks cool. I don't think we know when that's going to come out, though.
No, but throwing it out there. Hopefully it'll be 2020. If it's 2021, sure, I'm fine with that too.
Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know much about this game. I know it's an RPG. I think the original was in the late 90s or early 2000s. People really, really like it. Based on that and what we've seen, the very little we've seen, I'm pretty hyped about that. And then Animal Crossing. I adore, especially the first and New Leaf. Those are the best two. I think the first is the best. I think I'm kind of alone on that. But I just adore the Animal Crossing is such a chill, relaxing, it's such a different game. And I love Stardew Valley, but it's not Animal Crossing. Harvest Moon isn't even Animal Crossing. It's such a chill game. I talked about chillaxing. I didn't say chillaxing because it's not 1997, but with Death Stranding. But this is on a whole new level.
It is very relaxing. The art style is calming. I don't know.
You just can't be mad except for that son of a bitch, Mr. Resetti. You just can't be mad at this game. I can't wait. I cannot wait to play this game on the go and on my Switch docked, because I would rather play. I know that's kind of sound weird. I know a lot of people say Animal Crossing is great on the go, and it is, but I really liked. And I think I would come home from school sometimes and play the original for probably years after it came out, and just kind of sit in a beanbag chair and throw down some Cheetos and play Animal Crossing on my GameCube. I loved it so much.
That sounds like a great evening.
But let's reveal our game of the year.
Yes.
We do have several ones, so I cannot wait to hear what Jordan's will be. We want to do a drum roll, little da-da-da-da-da.
I do not care. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose my voice.
Let's see if this...
We doing it at the same time?
No, what? Why would we do it at the same time? We're going to have different games.
That's true.
You've ruined it. Just say it.
Okay, you want me to do mine first?
Yes.
Okay. My 2019 game of the year is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow. I'm legitimately shocked from that.
What'd you think it was going to be?
I don't know. Not Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. I guess I had no idea. That's interesting.
Yeah,
better than whatever the hell you had last year.
We Happy Few.
Yes, better than We Happy Few.
Game of the year 2018. So, yeah, I guess I'll just kind of elaborate why it's my game of the year.
Sure.
It hit a lot of emotions for me. There was a lot of...
When you walk away.
The Kingdom Hearts has been just a big part of my life for so much of my life.
It's returned you into a weeaboo.
Probably. It's its fault. So
I have 8% on my computer.
Nice. You need a little juice?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Hopefully this won't take that much longer.
Probably not. Hopefully not. Was it a perfect game? No, not by any means. But did it make me feel the emotions I wanted to feel while I was playing it? Yeah. Excitement, sadness, joy, anger,
disbelief that it actually came out.
I still don't believe it. I need to go reload it and make sure it's not just this is not just an elaborate matrix scheme.
Someone just drew the number 3 on your monitor.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. It's really cool to be able to see how they've kind of evolved the game, and I did enjoy some of the weirder aspects. Ratatouille cooking.
Oh yeah, I liked that. I didn't love that, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun. One of the biggest things was the updated graphics. It was on the PS4 Pro, even on a crappy screen. Rest in peace, Sony 3D display. I don't know why I'm still using them. I guess because they still turn on, but
they didn't fix the gummy ships because they're still there, but they're better.
Oh man, I love these damn gummy ships. And excuse me, Kingdom Hearts 3. It was a really fun little open world gummy ship. So it was everything I wanted, and I can't say more because they kind of gave me blue balls at the end of the game.
You okay over there?
My throat's a little raw.
We're going for like 2.5 hours over here.
Longer
than that. That's after cuts.
Yeah, on top of how much talking I did at work today, I did a lot more than usual. So, if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, I would recommend playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and then watching about 3 hours worth of YouTube.
Doing a little bit of your own research.
And then play Kingdom Hearts 2, watch a whole bunch of more cutscenes. And
just go buy the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, PlayStation 2.5 remix, play all the games in order, and then play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, just do that. Just devote your life to Kingdom Hearts, and you'll be happy.
I don't blame you. That's a good game. Great game, even. On the other hand, my game of the year for 2019, for all the reasons I've listed on this episode, on past episodes, and for reasons I cannot think of right now because it's 2 a.m., Resident Evil 2 Remake is my 2019 game of the year. I am a Resident Evil super fan at this point. I cannot wait for RE3 Remake. It comes with the Project Resistance weird thing. So hyped. Capcom has completed their resurgence. They have pulled off what few would even dare to try, and even fewer could actually do it. Congratulations. I cannot believe what they have done. Between Monster Hunter World, which I didn't like, but a lot of people did, this, RE7, Mega Man 11, I mean, congratulations to Capcom. They've been absolutely brilliant over the last 5 years or so.
The only thing that would make them better is a re-release of Mega Man Battle Network.
Yes, I would love that.
I'm going to keep saying it until they do it.
I would love that.
Please and thank you.
Okay. That's it for the games discussion. Unfortunately, we have a couple more things we have to talk about. Deals. You can look on Epic every day for the next several days and get a free game.
Yep.
Right now it's Ape Out, but unfortunately it will not be available to you. It might be. I don't think it will be, but it might be. Go check. There should be a free Epic game for you waiting right now. Obviously, you can look at the Steam holiday sale as well. Everyone and their mom is having sales. Apparently, you can get an Xbox One X $250. That's all the things. Now it's time for Metacritic Madness. Hammer that Game Informer. Oh, I have to get up. Yeah. What is this garbage?
Get up and get it.
Go get the damn wheel.
Okay, let me pull this shit in this room.
All right, BioShock Infinite, you are the next guilty party in the eyes of the internet.
Ranked 117th out of 300. Thanks, GameStop.
Game Informer,
GameStop's magazine. BioShock Infinite is going to be for the PS3, Xbox 360, PC, and it was going to be released in 2013. Following up a game as revered as BioShock is a challenging feat, But Irrational Games managed to astound yet again with Bioshock Infinite. With its focus on parallel realities and political themes, this shooter RPG hybrid was nothing short of brilliant. Set in the floating city of Columbia, Bioshock Infinite was brimming with 1900s era architecture. Columbia came across like a peaceful utopia at the start, but its darker secrets and political divide became apparent as you dug deeper into the captivating story. Like its predecessors, Infinite delved into philosophy, religion, and racism in a nuanced way. These themes were all wrapped up in satisfying gameplay, mixing gunplay with creative powers to overcome enemies, and introducing Elizabeth, one of the most helpful AI companions you'll find.
I love Bioshock Infinite. I completely agree with everything they just said. Weirdly, a lot of these things mention that Elizabeth sucked. They are complete morons. But I have chosen someone whose other name on the internet I assume is Edgelord69420. Let's go ahead and read his review of Bioshock Infinite. Exactly the path video games shouldn't be taking. Dumb down every aspect of gameplay, throw in a cliche story to make the simpletons feel smart, and put the rest of your budget into marketing. A shallow excuse for a sequel, and an even shallower excuse for a video game. This is a $60 flavor of the month title that will be forgotten within a few years. Do not support these kinds of titles. Dang. Edgelord Reaper Main 69. He doesn't like this game.
Flavor of the month.
Oh, man. I tell you what. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's almost worth being up at 2:30.
That's right. So
I'm trying to close my computer without smacking my mic.
That's the show.
It's at 5%.
That's right. That's the show. If you celebrate the holidays, we hope you have a good one.
Fa la 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 la.
If you don't celebrate the holidays, still have a good day.
One. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and whatnot.
Or all the things. If you want to reach out to the show, at
all the things. That includes some pretty horrific shit. That's like
all the holidays that people could or could not be celebrating.
But like, what about some weirdo who's celebrating, like cutting off his toes, shaving them into knives, and this is a really weird shit. I don't want to continue talking about this.
If you would like to reach out to the show, you can on Twitter at Wannabe Podcast.
Really wish I hadn't said that.
If you want to reach out to me on Twitter at Swalog. If you want to reach out to Ryan on Twitter at Ryan Divisions. You can email the show, wannabepodcast@gmail.com. We have an Instagram. It's Wannabe Gaming. You can also listen to the show on Pandora,
Spotify, iTunes. Subscribe. Tell your family at go over to your aunt's Google Home and ask them to play Wannabe Podcast.
Ask them to play this episode. All I want for Christmas
is to play the Wannabe Podcast holiday special extravaganza.
That's right. So you too can have all your dreams come true if you just subscribe to the podcast.
Don't forget to like. 5 stars.
5-star review.
You can email us. Do we talk about email?
Yep, wannabepodcast@gmail.com.
You can email me whatever I asked you to email me earlier. I don't remember.
No.
I'm not even sure if we left that in the podcast. It's been so long.
I'm sure as hell not going back to put it in the podcast.
Plugs. Jordan has an anime podcast that he's supposedly working on.
Yep. That's right. It's called Subtitled. It's going to be in the description. The big place I'm pushing for people to listen to that is going to be on Spotify.
I've got a little project I'm working on called Games Cubed. You can find that on YouTube, which I haven't done literally anything with. You can also find that on the Amino app under the video game section and on Medium. Let's see. I'm working on something about Anthem 2.0 and how video game companies are trying to revive dead games. And because I'm a moron, I've decided to start another project. It's going to be 10 games for 10 years. I'm going to try to do a game for every year of the decade. it's not going to be that long. It's not going to be like a page for each game because I'm not a lunatic. But I'm starting to suspect that I might be close.
There you go. That's all the information we have for you. You will hear from us again.
Thank you to the Heatley brothers and Alicia.
That's right. Heatley Brothers Music, Alicia for the logo. We appreciate it. I think that's it, though. I think that's
hungry
the show.
And tired.
Yes.
We started early, but then we had a 4-hour podcast.
That's right. You might be wondering, you're looking at the time. They're like, this isn't a 4-hour podcast.
Well, you got cuts and whatnot and such and such.
Cuts and whatnots and such and such.
I got to be up at 7 a.m. That's going to be fun.
I'm probably just not going to work tomorrow. So.
We're going to be kicked out of the complex.
Yep. Well.
Play on. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Ciao.